Hey guys, welcome back to Spelljammer over here on Bard Rock Cafe's channel, aka Space Rock Cafe. I am Xtina and I will be your GM this evening. I'm going to go ahead and let all of the players introduce themselves. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to go to my right. So, Jake, that's you first.
Hi, everybody. I am Paul, and I play Captain Jake Swallow, the Bard College washout from Waterdeep who somehow acquired a Spelljammer sip and assembled a motley crew.
Saros isn't here, so Amar, you're next.
Hi there, I am Coach J-Ro, the Unsummoned Sculpt. I usually do magic-related things on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Unsummoned Sculpt. I have a YouTube at bit.ly/Unsummoned Sculpt, and I run the Coat of Arms podcast. I'm playing Amar the Swal, who is a navigator who navigates with a different kind of compass.
Polly, you're next.
That's good.
I am
really
Ursa
good.
Walker, and I am playing Polly. I am the chef and the obligatory groaner at the shenanigans of Jake and Amar. Basically try to keep everyone fed and try to keep the compass needles pointing in a direction that's not going to get us killed.
And joining us this week, who wasn't here last time we played, Arnil.
Hi, I'm Marty. I'm a cast member on Wayfaring Strangers, a frequent guest on Bard Rock Cafe, and tonight I'm playing Arnil, the creepy bug man that lives in the walls.
Amazing. So, quick couple notes before we go ahead and jump right on in. We do want to go ahead and thank the BRC sponsors, Dragon Master Games and Fan Roll Dice. You should make sure you go and check them out for some awesome merchandise that they offer, and use, what is it, Bard Rock for
Bard
your
Rock
code?
Cafe at
Bard Rock
the,
Cafe
Fanroll
for the
Dice.
code. Yes, over at Fan Roll Dice. And then if you are enjoying the Wild Magic table that you're going to see used in this stream, that is a part of the DM's Guild, and it was made by Dave Panfillo. Go ahead and reach out if you have any questions or want a direct link to it. But it's pretty awesome. So, I believe last time where we left off, you guys had just finished catching an evil fish and had finished feeding the ancient dragon turtle you had acquainted with for safe travel. What is everyone up to right now?
Mr. Arnil, are you awake yet?
Arnil kind of just like stumbles out of the wall and goes, "Oh my god, I've been. You wouldn't. I don't even want to talk about where I've been. What's going on here?"
Yes, a lot has happened while you were taking your nap. Mr. Lloyd, please explain to Arnil what he missed.
The young 20-something bartender kind of like stumbles up from this chair they were sitting at, not expecting to get called upon by the captain, just like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so there was, let's see, really harsh sunlight on the seas. There was, let's see, we ended up finding the ancient dragon turtle that we're underneath the tree from right now. So, we're not burning because the ship tree was dying. Let's see, what else? We caught a bunch of fish. There's that evil fish that's in the captain's quarters. I think it's evil. I don't know. That's what Polly said. Right? Right, Polly?
He did not sound too friendly and said that he wanted to kill all of us. So I would say, yeah, probably
Yeah,
evil.
that sounds evil to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's in the captain's quarters. I don't know why you want to keep that in a fish bowl. Like, it's a really tiny bowl. I can't imagine it's gonna be really happy. I mean, even goldfish need more room than that, really, Captain. Like, that's not a great idea. But anyway, it's not my place. If you want to keep the tiny evil fish in a tiny fish bowl, that's on you. But anyway, I think that's up to speed. We're still not there yet, but we should get to Bromia here in a couple days.
You know what? You're right. Maybe I should take a brick and put it in the fishbowl and drop it to the bottom of the ocean. That seems like a kind thing to do.
Wouldn't the fish just swim out of the...
I would cover the top.
Okay. Well, I have little context here, so I'm gonna say, you do you, Captain.
Here you go, little buddy. I pour a little bit of hops in the fishbowl.
Oh, yeah, the fish just kind of burbles a little bit at you. Doesn't really seem to change too much. Is Polly nearby, or does Polly care?
I think Polly is probably is So at this point, have we finished feeding our giant sea dragon turtle thing?
Yeah, the ancient dragon turtle's kind of like gone underneath the water, and you guys are just sort of sailing along underneath the shelter of the giant tree that is on its back.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that following this giant cooking fest, that Polly's going to be spending a lot of time in the kitchen, sort of just straightening things up. But if I did overhear this conversation, or I would probably say you don't want to know what he just said.
Okay, I'll take your word for it that we don't want to know what the fish just said. That fish is really creepy. It just doesn't give me any good vibes, honestly. Just you know when you just like you just kind of get like the vibes of an animal. That one, bad vibes.
So bad.
So yeah, so you guys are sailing along. As you all continue sailing, I believe you had about a day or two left of sailing to get to Vermia proper, of the island. Was there anything that you all wanted to do specifically in that day or two of traveling?
Do we need to do any more fishing, or do we have enough fish to feed our turtle friend for the
You caught enough fish.
I was looking over maps with my buddy.
Looking over maps or looking over maps?
A little bit of both. Just to be honest, Amar's not necessarily used to somebody sticking around.
Oh,
So,
that's so sad.
well, I mean, his name comes from the fact that his dad had a one-night stand with his mom. Amar du Soir means I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, I feel like you said that and I forgot.
Yeah.
Polly's good.
Yeah, right now, looking over maps, kind of flirting a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Reloy's reciprocating, not necessarily the best at flirting back, but is trying. Reloy can make a drink to bring the dead back, but is not great at really anything else. You guys are definitely figuring that out. Like, you know, general pirating work and other stuff like that is just average at best.
I mean, certainly wonderful at being cute as a button, though.
They absolutely are trying.
Sorry, Mr. Roy, if you don't pick up on the other skills, I know there's technology around the ship you can handle, and I hold out a mop.
Reloy will take the mop and
Swab the poop guy.
Yes! Captain, there are certainly technologies on the ship that Molloy can handle. Wink.
Reloy
I
turns
see.
about 7 different shades of red, is holding the mop upside down, and was about to start mopping upside down, realizes what they're doing, flips the mop backside up, and goes and just kind of like goes out to the main deck.
Kind of puts a scratch into the floorboard a little bit. Just
Yeah, exactly. You guys didn't think someone could be bad at mopping, and yet here we are. Not quite like weaponized incompetence, but just like general doing their best. Like genuinely doesn't understand some things and is trying. Sweet. Yeah, so you spend some time following some maps. You kind of get the lay of the land of. Are you looking over maps specifically of this world, or are you just looking over maps of like the surrounding worlds?
I think Reloy's probably trying to focus on the ones that actually knows, and I'm just looking at all the ones that are there because I mean, any of these places could be interesting.
Okay, sure.
I'm telling some stories and such.
All right. Roll me a general history check just to see how well you sort of get the lay of the land of the surrounding worlds. This will probably come in handy a little bit later. Okay. I will say Reloy is granting you the help action through the dual study.
Okay, good. I am also, when I'm telling these stories, kind of BSing the stories a little bit.
More guesstimating the stories.
No more, like, making myself sound better than they actually was.
Mm.
Alright, that's an 18. Yeah, so it's so natural 18 plus 4 is 22.
Nice, excellent. That will absolutely be helpful later. Okay. Cool. Anyone doing anything else on the way over to Vermia?
Jake wants to go exploring the captain's quarters, and he's trying to find records of this pirates guild to see if the ship comes with any records that would be helpful.
Sure. Roll me investigation.
Investigation. I have a +3. Let's see how this goes. D&D Beyond load. That is a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you are sort of rifling through, I think, some of the papers that are on the ship. There's like this larger desk in the captain's quarters that's just kind of covered in various, objects and papers and books, and some of the books look very worn out and like very well-loved spines. And just sort of mixed among the clutter of all of everything, you do find some information. It's not super in-depth, but it has like a list of major port cities that you might find like pirate guilds located in.
All right, and so I take this information down, and I go out to where Roy and Amar are studying them. I was like, Mr. Roy, are any of these cities in the general area we are headed?
Roy kind of looks over the list and points near the bottom because it's alphabetized at just Romeo.
Excellent. We're going to this port. We're going to learn more about being pirates, because even though we are master pirates, you can always improve at your craft.
Wow, that sounds like something my grandmother would also say. But yeah, no, you always want to learn the best, so it makes sense to me.
If you're looking forward to rolling a deception check on Roy.
I mean, you still can, but Roy's gonna believe you no matter what.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll my deception here.
Does the rest of the crew, you can probably roll deception against the rest of the crew to see if anyone else...
I rolled an 8, so I feel like everyone knows I'm full of shit.
So, yeah, I mean, if anyone at this point had thought that you guys were, like, full actual pirates at this point, you know that Jake is kind of, flying by the seat of his pants at this point.
Yep. Yeah, no, my pirate license is one of those, like, federal body inspector shirts you get from, like, a tourist thing that says I'm in the FBI.
Yeah.
My police badge came from a dollar store. No, actually, we bought a discount thing. We don't have a Jolly Roger, we have a Jolly Roderick.
Oh.
Because the Jolly Roger brand was too expensive, so we got the next one down.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. Anyone else doing anything else? Or just kind of existing?
No, just the usual.
Cool. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, a couple days pass. You guys generally have gotten on well with this ancient dragon turtle. As you sort of approach Vermia, the island, you start to notice more and more that as you've been traveling with this ancient dragon turtle, it almost feels like the humidity of the air has been increasing exponentially. And so this area of fog, whether you guys were doing fog cloud or not, since I know that was a part of your travels last time that you were using to help shield yourselves, it almost feels amplified if you at any point had reinstituted the fog cloud, and it has gotten to the point where you don't even need the spell anymore because there's just fog. And it almost feels centralized around anything that is moving, as though it's like anything within a certain radius of this island is possibly just affected by it. And go ahead, and anyone who is kind of like looking for land at this point, roll me a perception check and just see what you can sort of just perceive as you are approaching landfall.
I love rolling dice.
Alright. I have a 13. I don't feel like get advantage because I have my magic compass.
I feel like the compass might be pointing you in the direction of this island. Yes. So that makes sense to me.
Alright, so let's see if I get a better one. 13 is the number to beat, and I have 9. 13 is my better roll.
This was perception.
Perception, yes.
That's 13 plus 6 is a 21.
Cool. Anyone else that is probably seeking information about landfall, or is everyone else just kind of doing their own thing?
I got an 18.
18.
I'm just doing my own thing.
Sweet. All right. At this point, if we want to go ahead and pull up the map for our viewers too, we can. But so you guys, as you're approaching the island, you're approaching the island on what appears to be almost the eastern side, driving west towards the island. Other map. And so this is going to be sort of like, as you're seeing all of this other fog, it's like very sand dune-y. You don't really get much of a vibe. You can sort of see peeking out over the top of these sand dunes the peaks of mountains, but it's really just, as you're approaching onto this island, just this fog mixed with a bunch of sand. And that's like just initial base level perception. Who got above the 20? It was Amar?
Yep.
Okay. Amar, you as well are also going to be able to tell. You sort of kind of see a couple of ships on like that northern, like if you're looking at the compass, you'd see like towards the north, or sorry, towards the south. You see a couple of ships coming from that direction. That's kind of just initial viewer of the island.
Capitan, there are a couple of ships coming from that direction. And I point to where the ships are coming from.
Do they look friendly?
They're kind of a mixed group of sizing. You almost get the idea that they're navigation ships. But they're not like huge ships. You can't really tell whether they'd be friendly or not, but it's sort of a mix. As far as like utility use.
Alexa, please hail the navigation ships.
I forgot you guys named her, or the name that we all decided on was Alexa.
I have no memory of that. Was that
That was
last
last
time?
session.
Last
Oh
session.
boy.
I will attempt to hail the navigation. I will attempt to hail the other ships if they have a navigation. Beep.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Beep. Beep. Sorry, no such navigation can be hailed from the other ships.
Are we
Alright.
going somewhat down into the east? Because we're on the downeaster, Alexa.
Oh.
Uh,
All right. Let's just keep a wary eye on those ships and continue heading toward the mainland.
Cool. Are you guys heading in the direction of those ships? Are you going kind of straight towards on those sand dunes? Are you going the opposite direction of those ships towards the other half of the island? Which way are you going?
All right. So there's sand dunes, but like, do we see any signs of a port anywhere here?
Nope, just a bunch of sand dunes on that side that you're approaching the island
All right,
from.
I'm gonna go like south of the sand dunes.
Okay, so towards the ships.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nope. So you go sort of towards the ships. Takes you guys a little bit of, about another hour or two, I'd say. As you sort of get closer and the ships are also moving sort of in your direction, you notice again these like heavy bouts of clouds that sort of follow the ships and has been following your ship. The ancient dragon turtle at some point just kind of like, oh, and like waves like a big flipper at you and sort of like goes in the other direction. Anyone that was speaking, I forget who it was that was able to speak with the dragon turtle. Was it Polly?
Yeah.
Holly.
Dragon turtle just says that the water is too shallow here. This is as far as I can take you.
Miss Polly, please tell the dragon turtle thank you.
Thank you!
Ooh, and just sort of goes the other direction. Just an old man grunt, like. Just-
he said,
All right. Well, if we count any whales, I do speak whale. Hello. How are you?
okay,
No, we're
look,
not- we're
look,
not.
I don't even have commune with animals, and I'm telling you that's wrong.
No, it's fun. I studied this at the Bard College.
You majored in speaking whale, or
No, it was elective. You don't major in speaking whale.
I don't think that bards are usually ones that speak with animals. I do know that.
That's why it was an elective.
I don't believe you.
I would like to roll deception.
You can try.
This went so well before.
You're rolling against someone who grew up with druids.
I rolled a 12.
That was the one thing I've gotten like a 19 on so far for him, so he doesn't believe.
No, Jake is actually quoting a play he was in where that was how they spoke to whales.
You tell him that it's a play?
Yes, that when Jake is called, he's like, okay, fine, I was in a play, and that's how the people in the play talk to the whales.
There it is.
Roy narrows their eyes at you. Okay, I guess that makes a little more sense. Maybe? Alright. Cool. Goes back to sitting
that's
down.
how you actually do it, and the play was accurate, that's all.
I guess that makes sense. Alright, well. Neat.
Meet more.
Neat more.
Alright, so, are these ships heading in the same direction we are, or they're passing us?
Passing.
Alright, I take a wide berth from them without spewing the ship on the sand dunes if I can.
Roll me... There's not... I keep wanting to say roll me navigation, and I'm like, navigation's not a skill in 5e. I guess sleight of hand, to see if you don't accidentally, What is the phrase I want here for the ship?
Alright, finally, a good roll, 25.
There you go. More is the wrong word.
No, crash is the word we're looking for.
Crash. Well, there is a specific
Beach.
word for
Beach the
beach.
ship.
Yeah, accidentally beach the
Yeah.
ship.
The ship can fly. I feel like we're not in threat of that anyway.
I mean, no, but it would still be jarring.
Go
Stuff's gonna fly
out of our way. Go out of our way to beach the ship.
Yeah, no, if we were about to hit the dunes, I would fly the ship up and just kind of like skateboard hop over them. I'm sober. I could do that.
Yeah, but
That's actually
okay.
Jake just keeps saying that to people every time they question his building. I'm sober. I can do that.
I'm sober. I can do this. This makes sense to me. You notice though also that Alexa's been kind of quiet this rest of the trip since you guys have departed from the ancient turtle. And since you guys have just befriended the ancient turtle, not really befriended, acquainted. It was being fed, but you know, things are going well. You don't get any kind of weird vibes at this point. The ships sort of don't really make a way towards or against you. They're just kind of there. And you guys do manage to take a decently wide berth away from the other ships. They just kind of seem to be doing their own thing. As you continue to approach that side of the island, you do happen to look over, and I'll say that anyone that got above a 10, which I think was everyone aside from Roloi, you guys happen to notice this very like desecrated, broken down part of the land. You don't really know exactly whether it was like a temple, whether they was a city, what it was, but you see just a bunch of rubble sort of from the beach. Like there's some broken docks. Definitely doesn't look like you could dock there now, but there's just a bunch of stuff on that part of the land. See a couple more ships coming out from that sort of area at the south side of the island, southernmost part of the island. Again, each one sort of has their own little fog cloud around them, but that's kind of what you're at this point, approaching that south side of the island, going towards more of the ships.
Right, I want to steer close to one of those ships and ask them if they know what happened to that port city we were just passing.
Okay, sure. Let's see. All right, the next ship that you sort of encounter that's coming up near you guys is about the same size as your ship, a little bit bigger. Seems to be hailing some flags sort of similar to what you had seen on the other island you guys just came from. And they kind of just seem like they're going about their business. Doesn't seem like they are hostile in any kind of way. They don't seem to be flying any sort of like pirate memorabilia. Like nothing like looks like yes, this is like the death sign of a pirate. At least not outwardly.
Yep. I feel like we would be trying to befriend other pirates. I feel like we're concerned about seeing the law. Like, hello, fellow pirate. I am also a pirate.
You are not necessarily sure what the law would look like on this world, or in any part of the Astral Sea, I think, yet as far as like anti-pirate, the space chaos, the anti-space chaos coalition.
Oh, right, the ass. I remember we heard the word ass before.
Yeah, the asses.
I do not see any flags with butts on them. I think we're okay.
Yes, no asses here. Captain sort of like gives you like a "what's up" sort of signal, and just kind of slows down a little bit in case there's anything that has to be exchanged between the two of you.
Ahoy, matey. We were just passing by this port town, and it looked like it had been ransacked. I was wondering if you knew more about what's going on and where there might be a good port on this island.
Captain kind of narrows her eyes at you, like sort of like moves this like really wide-brimmed sun hat that she had started putting on, like off of her face, and is like, "You're not from here, are you?"
No, we're passing through.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you can see like from very like wide ears. This is like a little like a tabaxi person. She's like, yeah, I mean, it's been like that for, oh gosh, centuries? No one really knows the exact story aside from people that live in Vermia, but if you just kind of follow this river up, you'll find the port. It's pretty clear. It's in the mountains. But no, it's just always been like that as far as I know.
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything dangerous out in the water I didn't know about. Thank you.
Oh, no, I mean, there's serpents out here, but...
Oh, yes, we did meet one of those. It's in my cabin as a goldfish.
Excuse me?
We were fishing, we caught a goldfish. One of my crew can speak with animals, and the goldfish says that it was a serpent that some druids turned into a goldfish.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, lousy waters with serpents. Like every other like 20 feet or so, there's serpents. But just the druids around here do a pretty good job, especially the swamp druids. They're something else. Something else. She just kind of looks away and looks down. Just.
Oh, thank you so much. If you need anything, I'm Captain Jake Swallow, and I paper airplane over a note with my speaking stone number.
Oh, thanks. I'm Captain Percy. And she will sort of like take a like stone and sort of wrap a cloth around it and send it back over to you guys so that it has some weight to it. Not like in an aggressive way, just so that it has weight to it. It's not like a big stone.
I considered firing an arrow, but I didn't want to commit an act of war. I'm like, I'm a bard. I know how to make a paper airplane. That's origami. Papercraft is another thing I learned. Totally.
You broke our window. What the hell, man?
Her cattail sort of like twitches as she like watches the airplane land. Like she's got to avoid not pouncing on it, but she throws the rock at you guys and kind of like holds up a friendly glass of tea or something that she was drinking and waves you off.
And I say thank you and wave her off, and we sail toward the direction of that river to the port.
Sweet. Yeah, you pass several more ships that are coming out from the port. A couple more sort of like follow in behind you. It does, the little like river way that leads out to the ocean does seem to narrow. As you are kind of coming up on that island, you like that part of the island, you do see sort of on your right, it's pretty clear. There's like some trees that come up after you sort of approach from that ruined town, and seems very, again, humidity increasing, just constantly increasing humidity. If you look towards your left out of the ship, you can kind of see, like, again, more barren sand, not really much going on. There's mountains. You kind of get this glimpse of a forest around the edges of the mountain. I'll say that anyone who had rolled above that 15 marker from the initial perception can kind of like see like some craters in the ground, maybe, along with those trees. But other than that, it's a fairly non-busy drive in from the boat, just a few other ships that you pass. And as you sort of approach this like little like inlet area of the lake by the mountains sort of loom, cover all of the ship. It gets a little bit tight for you guys just because of the size of your ship. You sort of might have to wait for a couple of the ships to pass you and just kind of wait for a little bit around some of the narrower bends. But you do sort of see there's multiple holes in the side of this mountain that it seems like some ships are coming in and out of.
And as we are trying to navigate through this little tight channel where all these ships are passing, I put my flashers on so they can see that I'm trying to get through, and for safety reasons.
Flashers? On the
Yeah, like you're passing hazard lights. Oh wait, is that? Is that not what that's for?
I can use control flames and we can actually have flashers.
We just have turn signals.
I'll use
And then when we get chased by the ass, I just turn signal right, and then when they go to follow us, I veer left.
So we'll throw a couple we'll throw like a lantern or two at the front of the ship, and I'll just be sitting there with control flames, just flickering them on and off.
Just thaumaturgy to make one brighter than the other. That's my turn.
And the lights will flicker on and off. And the walls will ooze green slime.
Sorry, that's my bad. That's why we don't talk about what I did last week.
We don't talk about Arnil.
But we talked about him just the other day. We were talking about how he was missing.
And there is a reason why Arnil's name ends with ill.
Ew.
You spit the
This
details, you
annoys
get
me when you
ill.
talk about me. Ew.
I do not
tell me
talk
he
about
had a-
people behind their backs.
He didn't tell me he had a food allergy. How was I supposed to know?
Yeah, I don't do shellfish.
It's not really
Wait,
awkward the time my
wait.
outfit is in chocolate-covered ants.
No, wait. Arnil, the bug person, is allergic to shellfish, which would mean he's allergic to other bugs, because if you have a shellfish allergy, you also can't usually eat most other bugs.
That checks
They're
out.
the same family.
That's like the same thing as getting rickets when you... I'm not even gonna...
That was the first thing I thought of when I was like, what's the food allergy I could give him?
Well, that's one way to stop cannibalism, I guess.
Right.
Mr. Arnil, are you gonna get space rickets?
I don't know what that is, so probably.
It's like regular rickets, but in space.
I still don't know what that is. In and out of
I
TV.
also studied medicine at the Bard College.
I totally believe you, Captain.
My medicine was taking the first aid certification they offer in the health building.
Just for my own edification, what's your bonus to medicine, Paul?
It's not 0, at least let's see here. Medicine, I have +3.
Oh,
So
okay.
you might not be lying, honestly. It might have been an elective at the Bard College.
I get half proficiency in everything, so I kind of did take elective on it at the Bard College. My lowest plus
Literally
is
everything.
a 1.
One of those things where you needed the extra elective credit just to maintain your like full-time credit, so you just took a little bit of everything.
Don't
Right?
even get me
I didn't
started.
know to declare my major right away, so I just took a little bit of everything.
Oh my goodness.
So I do sail into what appears to be the docking stations in the side of the mountain.
Cool. Left, center, right.
Left.
Left. Yes!
Isn't that a game?
To the left, to the left.
I don't know, isn't that like a game where you, the left,
Right,
center,
center.
right?
Left,
Yeah.
right,
We're
center.
gonna find all our stuff in a box.
I don't think I've ever played that game. I'm not familiar with it.
Left, right, center is a gambling game where you put quarters, and it's usually quarters, but also chips, in the middle of a table, and then you're trying to roll d6, and you can get left, right, or center, and basically you pass that. I try to remember. It's been a couple years since I played it, but basically you pass the coinage around, and whoever winds up with all the coins wins the round.
Makes sense. Okay. Well, yeah. So we can pull up that center, that other image I had sent to you. That's the interior piece of Vermia. You sort of enter this, and it's unfortunate that Saros is unfortunately not with us, because as you enter into this cavern, you see a bunch of like twinkling lights that sort of light up the sides and the top part of the cavern, almost like stars during the night. It's like it takes a second for anyone's eyes to adjust, possibly even a little bit longer for those of you that have dark vision, just because you go from this blinding, foggy sunlight to almost utter darkness. Anyone who does not have dark vision, actually, like, you can adjust a little bit faster as there is this new light, so it's not like quite the extensive shift in light. As you enter, it's like you do see a very clear set of areas to pull a ship up and dock to. Seems like there's multiple ships that are already there, but there is obvious space for you if you would like to. There's a lot of cavernous rocks, and it seems like there's like multi-stories in a very big, bustling, moving city. It kind of almost looks like, on initial impression, this is just where everyone is.
All right, I dock the ship. I can totally park while sober.
Can you go ahead and just roll me that sleight of hand? Just see how well you park the ship while sober.
All right, I have a 5 + 6, 11.
You gotta move the ship. It's almost like when you're first learning to parallel park and you fuck it up a few times. You gotta like pull the ship out, back it in a little bit. You don't quite pull it far enough. You turn the ship the wrong way a couple times, but you get it. You do get it. It's just you gotta get through a couple of weird turns.
You know, and I'm going to turn on my signal, and I turn on the wipers.
Okay. What would that mean?
The ship
What
has
would that
no
mean?
wipers.
Windshield. There's no wind. We're in space.
I mean, not right now, but
we have sails. There must logically be wind.
hang on.
About halfway through Jake, like, doing this weird, like, back and forth parallel parking, Polly's just gonna walk in and be like, what's going on? Why have we gone forward and backward, like, 12 times in the last 5 seconds?
Parking is hard. Last time I parked the ship, I wasn't sober.
You're better at parking when you're not sober.
Apparently.
Polly's gonna look over at the basket that's by the captain's station, realize that it doesn't need to be changed because Jake's been perfectly sober this whole time, and just gonna kind of be like, huh, and just walk away slowly.
And I reach into my jacket and pull out one of the random muffins that comes from my muffin station.
And then I just posted in the Discord the image of the other map that you guys sort of get. So you guys are down, like, approaching that left side, sort of closest dock where there's, like, 2 ships down by the rocks. That's the area that you guys had come in. If you'd come in on that center, you think you would have come in where that longer dock is. And then the rightmost entrance was sort of, like, almost on the very rightmost side of that little, like, lagoon area. And that would have put you on that other docking side on the right side of that map. But yeah, so that's what you guys are seeing, and then we can go ahead and change that map over, Tensei, whenever you can, just for viewers. But
question: because this took us several days since last session, do we get the equivalent of a long rest for our resources?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Thank God, I was almost out of hit points.
And you should have still had the last long rest.
All right.
Yeah, I was completely full. I was fine.
Okay.
I think all that happened is, like, I think I cast like a spell or two, and like that was about it. Everything else I think was Jake smiting.
Yes.
Yeah, I used resources. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like a very bustling town. There's people just kind of enjoying themselves out by the dock. There's some kids that are out playing as the waves sort of kind of crash up on parts of this like little cave beach that seems to be existing. It seems to be a very varied town. Very varied. That's a fun word to say. But as far as like different species that you're seeing, so, you know, it's a mix of like elves and dwarves. There's some tabaxi. You do see just like a few herringon. There's a bunch of animals running around too. You see some cats, a couple dogs, some frogs, a couple caiman. Very, very heavy on the familiar side, it seems. But you know, they almost all seem to be having a job that they're doing. But everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. people are eating, people are chatting. There's some music coming that you might be able to hear from the town square. But as you guys do pull up and you dock, you see that there's like a dock master there, and this is like a little tiny gnome, and he just kind of like comes up to you all and he's like, how long are you staying for?
At least a day. I do have some quick stops to make before we leave the port. What is the rate to dock?
Usually it's about a gold a day.
Gold a day. Excellent.
So just one day for now?
Yeah, just one day for now. I drop a 1 gold in their palm.
Okay, cool. Yep, he takes it. It's like, all right, sounds good. Let me know if you need to stay any longer. I'll be over there. And you see like this little shack,
right.
Sort of over by the rocks that he points out.
Fantastic. And would you be able to either help us find some things locally or be able to direct us to someone who could?
Yeah, of course. What's up?
I'm looking for where the gnomish temples would be. And I promise it's a coincidence that you're a gnome and I'm asking that. I legitimately came here with that purpose.
Are you being honest?
No, genuinely, that is just what Jake was looking for. It just so happened the first NPC you gave us was a gnome.
Gnome narrows his eyes at you. It's like, that way. And sort of like points up some of the stairs, like behind where he is. So for you guys, in reference to the map, it's like the top left half of the map. It's like, you'll go up there, you're gonna go up 2 levels, down a level, up 3 more levels, take a left, and then a right, and then go down 1 more level. It's in that cavern.
Yep. And Jake's just taking down notes. He's written down the directions.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Anything else?
If we were to have anyone do work on the ship, our ship is from an area that gets less sun. Is there anything we can do to have someone reinforce that for us?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's probably some people that can cast some spells on it, so you guys have the fog clouds that we use. I mean, you guys not from this world?
I'm from a distant port in another world called Waterdeep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've heard of some travelers coming from there before. Yeah, no, you definitely want to put some runes on that ship, because the sun can be pretty intense during the middle of the day. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck traveling at night and not being able to go very far. So, yeah, any of the wizards or anyone else could probably put some different enchantments. There's some artificers in town. There's lots of people. It's a big area, man.
All right, fantastic. And that should be all I need. And I flag my crew down. Like, would anyone like to go on a mission for me?
What kind of mission?
What do you want?
To get some artificers or wizards to enchant the ship with runes to protect it from the intense sunlight.
So you're saying that you want me to go out and bring somebody back? I think I have a pretty good idea, similar way.
He's a pretty solid.
Yes, Mr. Amar,
solid track record.
Mr. Roy also is familiar with the culture here, so why don't you and Mr. Roy go do that and go see if we can get those runes taken care of. And then
All right, Mr. Malloy, let's see if we can find a third.
Paulie is just gonna sit there. Paulie's just gonna start grumbling, just like, oh man, gonna have to feed another mouth, figure out someone else's preferences. Ugh.
Reloy has turned a few different more shades of cherry tomato red, but it's like, yeah, okay, that sounds good.
And remember what I told you when we met. I would never ask you to do anything you were not comfortable with.
Nope, this is fine.
No, that's Jay's job.
It's fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Like, Mr. Roy's not even comfortable with a mop, so I feel like I have passed that threshold.
I'm trying. Okay, it's not that I'm not comfortable holding it and using it, but I mean, I'm getting there, kind of, sort of, not really. I'm trying.
You're doing
That's
an excellent
okay.
job, Mr. Roy. We were just yanking your chain.
Practice makes
You're a
perfect.
chain.
Ugh, so many groans.
We'll take care of the chain yanking and the holding the map later.
Okay.
All right. And, Mr. Arnil is probably whatever business you feel like you have. I have business of my own. And let's all rendezvous back here at. I went to say sundown. I realized we're indoors.
While this is going on, Polly, like a cartoon character who's just caught a whiff of something they really really enjoy, has just like started like she doesn't fly, but she's like seems to be like off the ground levitating towards the food because there's all these new
Aw.
smells. There's all these new smells going on. She's like, I'll be back. Don't wait up.
Aw.
Let's just run me back to the ship in a few hours, everybody, and I bunny sprint away.
Sweet. Okay. All right. Who wants to go first? We can sort of roll initiative if you'd like to figure that out.
Oh, of
Sure.
course, rolling stuff was fun.
Yeah.
I love rolling dice.
Arnil, you're going on your own, or are you going with someone else?
I'm going on my own just to look for trouble,
Perfect.
whatever that means.
Amazing.
All right. Well, with my proficiency in initiative, I have 18. Because hearing
Okay.
down get that.
I 14.
I got a 23.
Wow.
I have an 8.
I have a +5 to my initiative because my dex is my big stat.
I have a +6 because bunny.
Because bunny.
Because rabbit.
Alrighty. So Arnil, I think, is going first in that case, since Reloy is tagging along with Amar. All right, Arnil, what kind of trouble are you looking for, or are you just kind of wandering?
I'm just kind of wandering, looking for just seeing what's up. If there's anything interesting going around.
Oh, there's a lot going on. So the center of the town, there's sort of a couple of bands that are playing. It seems like there's this like built out area over what is essentially a giant hole, a bunch of stones over a giant hole, and there's some steam coming up from it. But a couple of bands are playing. Some of the familiars are just kind of laying around. There's one dog on its back, just like flopping tongue out, enjoying itself as the musicians are playing. You see some signs as you're traveling through for various stores. You kind of get the idea that there's really anything in this town. It's a bunch of different languages on the signs. If there's anything in particular that you wanted to shop for, you feel like you could find it pretty easily, or at least without hopefully getting too lost. There's a bunch of signs, so everything is in the way. Yeah, any particular direction that you would like to head out in?
I mean, character-wise, no. I want to go shopping, but I don't have any money.
You should
I think
have
all of you
your
got money.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
have your share of the
I
race
have-
money still.
35 gold.
Mm.
I'm a material girl. I think I don't have enough money for things that I want.
A material bug.
Go earn some money, do some odd jobs.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna go chill out at the docks and see what's the word if they need anything done.
Okay. Just hanging out near the docks looking for work.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
kind of unwittingly like sneak up on somebody and go,
Can I help you with something?
Oh geez. Okay, hi. Oh wow, I didn't
Hello.
expect to see you here. All right. Yeah, are you the guy? Are you the guy we're waiting on?
Yes.
Okay,
That
that
is
sounds
me, the
reassuring.
guy. I am here.
Awesome, sweet. And they hand you this sack that's like tied off with a really pretty ribbon. Like, all right, yeah, you know where this is going, right?
Of course. Do you know where this is going?
Yeah, that's why I hired you, man. I don't know if you don't sound too reassuring. Do you need me to remind you where it's going?
No, I got it. It's fine.
Are you
Absolutely.
sure?
At 100%.
My girl will be real mad if I don't get this. Are you sure?
Yes.
No, I'm quizzing you. I'm quizzing you to make sure I have the right address.
I was just making sure you knew where it was going.
Yeah. It's an anniversary gift, my man. Don't want it to be late.
Right. Of course, the anniversary gift. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go deliver this anniversary gift.
Wait, you don't want the half up front like we agreed on?
Oh yeah, yeah. Half up front sounds good to me.
Great, awesome. Here you go, man. It gives you
All right, sweet.
gives you 10 gold up front.
Yes.
Okay. All right, yeah. Find me for the other half once it's done. You sure you know where she is? Where I told you exactly where she is and how to get there.
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry, man. It's all under control.
Okay.
This is gross.
This human turns back to what they were
Just
what they were in the
staring,
middle of doing.
unblinking with a weird like bug grin. Just
I got it.
All right. Yeah, okay. The human goes back to working and just slowly turns away from you.
the second he's out of like he can't see me anymore, I've like walked away from the docks. I'm opening this. I want to see what it is. But like carefully, so I can like rewrap it if I have to.
Yeah, you open it and it's some like several like very bejeweled looking articles of jewelry. Like gorgeous pieces. There's like a circlet that looks like it could potentially be like a spellcasting component. If your character has ever seen those, there's like a little like crystal, like almost like a wizard's orb inside of it, and then like just some like really pretty chocolates that are there. Like it looks like a very expensive, very fancy gift.
I take the chocolate. I take like 2 pieces of chocolate, and then I wrap it back up.
Do you just take them or do you eat them?
I take them and save them for later.
Okay. All right.
I'm sure it will come in handy at some point when I'm but I'm sure bugs can eat chocolate, right? It's probably fine.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure they often do because they go low sugar and things like ants and stuff, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
I'm gonna wander around, and maybe I figure out where this goes. Maybe I don't. Who knows?
You fly down, Jake. Can I borrow your compass?
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. I think that's where we're gonna leave Arnil for right now. Let's go to Jake.
Great.
All right. So Jake is walking through the. He carefully follows the directions he was given to where all the gnomish temples are, and he is looking for the temple of one Garl Glittergold.
Perfect. Roll me a survival check to make sure you can actually no. Roll me an Okay, roll me history or survival. I will let you pick to make sure you can actually remember those directions because they were kind of chaotically given.
Well, I did say I wrote them down.
He did say
You can do it with advantage. Just make sure you didn't write them down wrong.
All right. First roll is a 6. Let's try that again.
do better.
I believe in you.
Please.
Second roll is a 14.
Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Yeah, I just need you to beat a 10 just to make sure you didn't get utterly lost in this cavern. And also, not all of the signs are in common. Some of them are in undercommon. So just depending on where you're going. There are various languages written across these signs depending on what part of the mountains you're in. So it's a very, very unique city, very cool city, but lots going on. And so some districts are not always like common speaking friendly. Yeah, no, so you find it. You find the Garl Glittergold temple.
All right, so I walk in, and is there like service or anything going on right now? Do I need to like worry about like shuffling in quietly?
No, it doesn't seem like anything's happening at the moment. There's a few different temple people that are just kind of minding their own business, going about their day. There's like a little gift shop, like not really gift shop, but like, you know, what's the word I want here? Like a kiosk, like an information kiosk, sort of like up near the front entrance. You know, they have like little trinkets and stuff, but it's not like they're actively like selling stuff. It's just there's a couple things there for people that would like to take anything.
Right. So I go up towards the front. I'm looking for like an altar to make donations or perform rituals.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is I spent about 5 gold of the 35 gold that was my share. And what I do is I take 15 of that gold and I put it down on the altar as a donation to the church in Garl Glittergold's name.
Mm-hmm.
And I say a little prayer to myself at the altar. And myself, I mean, I'm praying to Garl Glittergold.
Okay.
Thank you for everything you've done for me. Please, if you can, just I'd really like it. Alexa would like me better.
Oh.
Oh, that's really sweet. I would like it if Alexa liked me better. Oh. Okay. All right, roll me just a luck check.
All right, just a flat d20.
Flat d20.
That is an 18.
Nice. Okay. So as you're praying, you sort of get this like feeling of magical energy. It sort of like almost not really surrounds you, but you can feel it. Like that feeling of when you are speaking with a patron or anything in magical worlds, and so you feel like that connection within the weave, and it links to you. You always kind of feel this presence, but it feels stronger to you, and you kind of hear within your mind's eye like you're on the right path. Just keep going, and maybe look for things which you may have removed from yourself.
Jake thinks about that, and like I removed from myself. Double checked. You got both feet. Okay, so that's a good sign. He's not sure what to make that message, but he is going to think on it. He says, and he just mutters, "Thank you," and he quietly leaves the temple.
Cool. Yeah. So, that happens. You kind of get a feeling of good luck, my boy, as you're leaving from Carl Glitter of Gold. A couple of the temple people wave you off. Make sure there's nothing else that you need before you head off.
Jake is good.
Okay. Cool. Jake need to do anything else, or is he heading back to the ship?
Jake is looking to see if his compass is pointing him anywhere interesting now that he's made it to the mainland.
Okay. It's kind of taking you back in the direction that you initially came from. It's sort of doing a lot. It's moving in a lot of different directions, and it has been since you've arrived. But at the moment, it's sort of porting you back in the direction you came from in that main center area.
All right, I just kind of follow the compass towards wherever it's pointing me.
Okay. Sweet. Amar, let's jump to you really quick while Jake starts on that journey.
Okay.
So you have been tasked with finding someone to enchant the ship. Is that what you're doing, or are you up to something else?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
So we are certainly trying to find somebody who can enchant the ship.
Okay.
And then we're going to try to enchant them.
Reloy is just like this persistent shade of like blush this entire trip. Occasionally, like quietest Reloy has been this entire time, is occasionally going to point out different directions that you guys could go in. Like, okay, so the wizards hang out over in that part of the caves, and I think there are some artificer guilds that way. Honestly, if we just pick a familiar and follow it, if it looks like it's doing something, we'll probably find someone we need. That's usually what I do if I get lost.
Very good, very good. So what kinds of familiars would you like to follow?
Oh, don't follow the toads and don't follow the caiman, because those usually go to people that are intense. So the dogs or cats are good.
Sure. Also, dogs and cats are just generally very friendly. So let's see if there is a cute little puppy over there.
Yeah, there's that same dog in that center area that's kind of like rolling around on its stomach, like tongue out, just like flopping around, just like bestest pup ever energy. Very excitable, dancing around to music like a little dog, like literally just like bouncing around.
Does it look like there's anybody looking at it like an owner?
Roll me perception, see if you can figure out if the person out here is watching it.
So that is a 12, a 6 is an 18.
Yes, absolutely. You feel a very, 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 very intense stare from across the courtyard in like almost this darkened area of the courtyard. And then you look over and like definition, if you open the book of a goth girl, is standing there.
Hello, madame. Does this lovely puppy belong to you?
Yes, that's James.
Oh, wonderful. Would you mind if I gave him the belly scritches? I wouldn't want to approach somebody else's pet or familiar without asking permission first.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you, madame.
Yes, Sam. Basically, Sam.
Oh, thank you, madame. I give a little bit of a bow and then go over to the dog and just start giving it scritches.
Dog's loving it. Dog's like golden retriever energy. Like it's just full on. It's not a golden retriever. It's like a little like tiny like poodle, but golden retriever energy in a poodle. Jumps up at you a few times. If there's any snacks that you're keeping on your person, they may try to steal the snacks from you.
Don't have any snacks on my person, and I'm honestly being a little bit wary of that because I don't know the particulars of the animal.
Mm-hmm. Totally valid.
But certainly, playing with it, inviting Malloy over to play with it as well, get some scritches.
Roloi seems a little hesitant, but does come over eventually to, pet the familiar, and it almost seems like a little bit hesitant just because it is a dog, but doesn't seem like afraid or anything. Just like kind of backs off a little bit, like lets the dog sort of calm down a little bit, and then pets it. But the high energy is just kind of like freaking Roloi out a little bit.
So when it starts to jump up a little bit, I'm gonna try to grab its forepaws and sort of hold it up. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. Just dancing with the dog.
Dog is not a great dance partner, but will let you do that. Definitely steps on your feet a couple times with its back paws. Nails could probably been trimmed, soon, so it hurts a little bit, but...
Then I lean in at the end and try to give it a little bit of a kiss on the nose.
Dog licks your face.
Aww.
If you let go of it at some point, it's gonna bound back over to this goth girl that's kind of standing there, and she just kind of like pats its head a couple of times and goes back to like looking at you, kind of this deadpan face, no expression.
So when I do that and the dog goes back over, I sort of extend my hand. May I have the next one? And looking straight at the goth girl.
Next what?
A dance. Unless you do not, that'd be fine if you do not.
No, I dance.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. May I have one?
A dance?
Yes, please.
Okay. And hold on though. May you have a dance. That is very interesting phrasing.
Oh
Definitely
no.
what you want to hear from the DM.
The goth is a fae.
Can I have your attention, please?
All right, let's see. Remind me, what is the save on this?
Oh no. That's also a thing you want to hear the DM say. The fae casts Otto's irresistible dance on Amar.
Oh.
I mean, that wouldn't be a problem. I'm already trying that.
All right, yeah, it's a wisdom save. Roll me a wisdom save real quick.
Okay. Let's see. Wisdom is +3. Okay.
It said the ranger of wisdom save. Oh no.
All right. So that is a 14.
is her plus?
But as it is, I'm not really resisting anything that she's trying to put out.
Okay. Yeah, so she just kind of like smirks, and you definitely feel this intense urge that almost feels irresistible to sort of do like that dance in place that would be accompanied with an Otto's irresistible dance. So you dancing creature must use all its movement to dance without leaving a space. But yeah, you just, in this case, because you're not in battle, you feel the intense urge to dance, like, without like, any inhibitions behind your dancing movements.
Sure. I wasn't inhibited anyways.
Roll
kinda...
roll to keep your clothes on.
Oh boy. I feel like Amar would absolutely, at this point, in the middle of everything, she just kind of smirks, and you kind of just get this idea that she's just kind of watching. Like she herself does not feel the need to dance like that, but she will dance with you. But you feel this urge to dance more.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful! This has been
she is
an
a great
honor.
dancer.
Oh, this has been an honor. Are there does anybody start watching, or are we just kind of?
Oh yeah, no, a lot of people have been
ourselves?
dancing at the same time. You guys weren't the only ones that were doing some of the stuff. Like, it seems like everyone just kind of gathers in this town center just to have fun. So, you know, there's some bystanders. Seems like there's a couple people that are dressed similarly to her that are just kind of like, not really like watching, but just kind of like, you guys. And then kind of go back to whatever they were doing. If you want to roll me a perception check, you can sort of get a little bit more information depending on how that goes.
Okay, so that is 23.
Cool. Yeah, no, so you sort of do see as they, like, this group of other people is, like, looking in your direction, and it goes back to what they were doing. One of them does a small hand gesture towards her, and she responds with a different hand gesture, and you notice that they're all wearing a symbol on their clothing, on their cloaks, that is the same one. A slightly different colors, but the same symbol. And she sort of, like, bows, and she's like, I have to leave. But again, expressionless, just, I have to leave.
May I see you again sometime?
Do you want to?
Oh, very much so. This was such a lovely dance. I would love to dance another.
Maybe. I'll be with them. You'll find us if you search for, and she points down at the, like, symbol on her cloak. Just look for this. You'll find us.
Will do. Thank you very much, madame. And may I ask your name? I am Amar du Soir. And this is Woloy.
Nice to meet both of you. Maybe next time. I usually don't give my name out to you on first greetings.
Oh, that was not your name. See, I was not sure if maybe next time was the actual name. You see, my name is Amar du Soir, which means see you next Tuesday. Hopefully I will see you before Tuesday.
She eyes you up and down. You're interesting.
What's a Tuesday?
I like that.
Narrator, it was already Monday evening.
Sorry.
I know Polly's not sold on more mouths to feed, but I like her. We should bring her onto the ship.
But yeah, she kind of eyes you. I like you. You're interesting. And she kind of turns and leaves. She's like, James, let's go. Dog jumps up at you, licks to your hand again, and then bounds away.
He has a people name.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Jake? Oh, yeah, the dog.
The dog. I am of the personal opinion that you can't go wrong with naming an animal either food names or people names.
Oh, for sure.
Like way too real people names.
Yeah. Like,
Archibald.
I mean, Mordecai is the dog of our name of our
I know.
dogs. So, but yeah. So, yeah, that's how that goes.
Yeah.
I will jump over to Polly really quick, and then we will come back to you guys.
So,
Polly.
immediately, I'm going to be drawn to whatever either the strongest food scent or the one that smells the most complex.
Okay. Roll me just a flat d20.
That is a 9.
Okay. You sort of see a bunch of various stalls, and they all have different assortments of food. One sort of in the middle is selling what would to us look like kimchi.
So I'm gonna go over there. Is the line particularly long, or am I able to just kind of? It is long.
Yes, it's a very popular stall.
Okay. Are they? Is there any chance that they are prepping it where it can be seen from outside of the stall?
Yes.
Okay. So Polly, instead of getting into the line, Polly is going to go ahead and just watch them prepping this food.
Mm-hmm.
Because Polly is a kenku, so Polly can learn things through mimicry.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is what Polly's strategy is going to be, to kind of just like go up and down the food tents and sort of just seeing like who's prepping food, so that she can try to get a couple unique recipes. Maybe throw something in there that'll take the crew by surprise.
Okay. Yeah, no. So you see that they're sort of taking a bunch of different vegetables, cabbage, radish, scallions, carrots, garlic, a bunch of different seasonings, and all just basically pickling them. It's just pretty standard kimchi, like what you think of when you think of kimchi, which is why it's got such a strong strong scent, is just based off of all the different seasonings that they're doing. Some of them you have, some of them you don't. So you get the idea that you might have to go find some of these seasonings and a couple of vegetables that you don't have on board the ship. But it seems pretty simple to make.
All right. So I think immediately she's just going to start looking around, trying to see who else is sort of prepping food out, whether or not she can pick up any of those recipes. You know, sort of weighing the info with what she knows that they have on the ship, and then probably going to see what she can actually find here, because presumably they're selling food, and they're also like selling the stuff to make that food, like spices and uncooked food and all that stuff. So she'll sort of be doing a little mini shopping spree here, I think, in the food department.
Seems like, it's a very bustling section. Just, everyone is hungry. It seems like you guys may have rolled up during like a main food time, and there were a bunch of ships that were approaching the docks. So everything's kind of packed like at the same level. It's not like one thing is less busy than the other. Everything has business. But you shouldn't have any issue finding these ingredients. They seem pretty common down here. Are you going to try to haggle it all, or are you just kind of like looking for it and paying prices?
I want to see how aggressive the haggling is from the other folks around before I make that decision.
There's like one dude, like a single dude, that is being like really intense. Like I'm gonna do this no matter what. Everyone else just get kind of the vibe of, we're just gonna pay whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, then I will probably take the more laissez-faire approach.
Yeah, I mean, nothing seems like, in your experience, nothing's outrageously priced. This is a main town. They get a lot of business. They don't really have a reason to upcharge people too much. So,
yeah.
Maybe if you're looking for something a little bit more extreme, it would be. But in this particular case, you're fine.
Unless something like jumps out, like, I haven't seen this spice since I was a young child growing up in wherever, right? Unless it's like something like super, super obvious, like eye-catching, I think, for the most part. She's just gonna again sort of building up the copying people's recipes, and then getting supplies for the assorted spices and what have you. So.
Yeah. No, it seems like you can pretty much accomplish that with like very minimal spending, like under 5 gold.
Right.
Not even. Like honestly, you're like spending 2 or 3 gold, plus like some copper and silver, which we don't really count because why? So, yeah. So like 2 gold it covers everything that you're looking for as far as food and spices and stuff like that. You get some cool dishes. You hear a bunch of different people talking. Some people. Do you want to try to like listen in on what they're talking about, or?
I think she's really just gonna be distracted by like just sort of the food, right? Because she's her. But I mean, if like there's a commotion or something in the streets, like she'll respond to it, possibly. But if it's just sort of a normal day to day, I think she's pretty much just shopping till she's sated herself.
It's not quite a commotion in the way that everyone seems distracted by it, but every so often you do hear like a loud, almost boom sound, which would be unfamiliar to you in like a city. And it's loud enough and obvious enough that it doesn't really require any kind of a roll, but no one else seems bothered by it.
Is it boom like a cannon boom, or boom like someone's hitting a tarp boom or something like that?
It's just an echoey boom. It's like almost an explosion, kind of.
Okay, after I'm assuming like the 3rd or 4th time that she hears this boom go off, she's gonna sort of lean into she'll lean into either one of the other patrons or whoever she's purchasing the foodstuffs from, and just ask. So what's that noise?
Oh, what noise?
Are they happening at regular intervals?
Not really. It's pretty irregular. It's common, but it's not like regular.
Okay. Just now there was like a boom.
Oh, sorry. You just sort of tune it out after a while. No, that's just from one of the colleges in the town. Every so often there's just lots of explosions and they're just practicing, I think, magic. Oh gosh, I don't even remember which college it is, but magic is explosive sometimes, so who knows. It could also be, there's that one tunnel that leads to the swamps. I think there's like a hot spring or something, and there's some gases over there, and sometimes they blow them up. Hey, Bill, is it? Do you think that boom's coming from the swamps or from the colleges? It's one or the other, right? And some dude just kind of like shrugs and goes back to doing whatever he's doing. It's like, yeah, it's one or the other.
All right. So the colleges, what general direction are they? North, south?
Yes.
North and south. All right. What about those hot springs?
She points down like one of like the really like not well lit tunnels that's kind of like gloomy looking. That way.
like the one in a cartoon where like you pans over and you see like the lightning flashing and the bats flying around. It's like super ominous.
Yeah, except you see like a pair of glowing eyes approaching from the hallway, and then you see this tiny little caiman come like skittering out, like with like a note in its mouth. And then again, another set of eyes, and a big toad hops out. And that just occasionally keeps happening from that direction.
I'm just gonna turn away, and I'm just gonna say, thanks. I appreciate the info. I'm just gonna go back to shopping after seeing all that weird stuff.
Yep. Sounds good. All right, Arnil, let's jump back to you real quick in this adventure you're on.
Oh boy. Here we go. So I'm just wandering aimlessly, hoping somebody looks like they need a present or are expecting a present.
Great. Just roll me a luck check here, because I don't.
This is fine. 16.
Okay.
Hey, Arnil, if I may.
Hmm?
I believe that we agreed privately that you stole the doubloon of absolutes from me.
I do have the
Oh.
doubloon of absolutes.
This could go either real well or real bad if you want to use it.
I would love to use it right now. It seems like it seems very important to use it on this.
Yes, to make 10 gold. Yes, it does. Even though you're a pirate, that's lots of valuable booty.
Technically, it's 20 total since he gave you 10 up front and he was going to give you 10 after.
But if you walk away, he already has the 10 gold he got.
That is
I mean,
true.
yeah.
And this cool circlet. There's just a little devil in the shape of Jake on my
Jake.
shoulder.
You get text on your speaking stone like, how's it going?
Okay, I'm gonna use the coin.
Mm.
Dude, I don't have a coin.
I
Bro,
believe
have one.
Christina has a coin for this
I
exact
do.
purpose.
I do. I was just also trying to go ahead and preemptively pull up the fighter table.
oh yeah, because that's definitely
Since
gonna happen.
There's no choice. Yeah.
You have no choice but to wild it.
Yep. Where did my coin go? I have one on my table. I literally just pulled it out. Did Pancake steal my coin? Pancake was hanging out here earlier, and I think she might have taken it. Hold on.
Rude.
And I can't figure out what I did with my D2.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, she was playing with my dice earlier. She like came up. I don't know if you guys saw her when she hopped up behind me and then like hopped onto my desk because she was like just out of the camera's view. But she likes to come over whenever she's out, and I'm playing with dice, and she likes to assist. She's a very good dice roller.
Okay.
Okay. This is heads. This is tails. Jesus. That was loud. All right, yeah. So you're wandering around.
D100s.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me the 2d100s while I'm describing this. So you're wandering around. How are you going about? Are you just walking around normally, looking for anyone that looks like they're looking for a present?
Yes. Just kind of wandering the streets.
How are you holding the bag?
Yeah. Like I need a full.
Okay, the bag is in so as a Thrycreen, Arnold has like 2 secondary arms. It's just in one of those kind of tucked into his jacket.
Okay. So you are kind of like wandering around, just walking around normally, and you find yourself like drawn in a particular like direction, like several flights up. You don't really like know how you got where you have gotten, but you've wandered pretty far away from the main central area. You've just been kind of following, I think, anyone that like looks like they know where they're going at this point. And you come across this like group of people that are having what appears to be lunch, and they're up on this like upper level, and at this point you can kind of like hear the faint sounds of music. You're pretty high up, you're about like 80 feet above everything at this point, but just vaguely like able to hear the music like floating in, because everything's very echoey in this cavern because it's a big old cavern. And there's a group sitting, and you can kind of hear the faint sounds of like a girl being like, I don't know, at this point, maybe he forgot. I mean, you know, they say that sometimes people forget anniversaries. It is only our first anniversary, and we're still only dating. So, I mean, I don't really expect much from him. I told him if he wanted to just skip it,
I
we
just pop
could.
up behind and hello.
Oh my goodness. She screams, which I'm not going to do because that would be mean.
I couldn't.
Who are
help.
you?
Oh, that's. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I feel like I should. You just showed up out of nowhere. That was particularly frightening.
Word on the street is you might be looking for this,
And I just kind of bring out the bag.
He remembered. Oh my goodness. And she like quickly grabs it, and she's like looking through, and she's like, oh wow, this is like a lot. I just got him like a cool jersey of that one team he really likes. Crap. Oh no. Do you guys think I should get him something else? This is like look at this. And she like opens the bag. She's like, it's like a really expensive like orb and oh gosh, oh my gosh, this is a lot. She's like, thank you, I appreciate it. Do I need to? Did he ask you to deliver this? Do I need to give you anything or?
Tipping is appreciated.
Yeah, tips appreciated, of course, always.
Oh yeah, obviously. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Just pulls it out, like a couple of gold out. It's like, is 5 gold a good tip? I don't know what the tipping culture is like now. Is that good?
Fantastic.
Great, awesome. Here you go. He just gives you 5 gold. Like, if you see him again, tell him thank you. I'll see him later, I guess, if you see him.
Right, yeah. Great.
Thanks.
My wild magic surges were a 29 and a 1.
Oh!
All right.
I got the double zeros and the 1.
Okay.
It didn't let me add the gold.
God, I really hope this is the wrong person.
Me too.
You have another person who's observing an anniversary.
Did the guy say it was for their anniversary?
Yes,
I think
he did.
so.
Oh,
He did.
Okay.
So this would be one hell of a coincidence. But a
Almost
natural
like-
one,
almost-
it could be.
Almost like
fate
something
decided.
a GM would do on purpose.
Imagine.
Okay. I'll let you pick, because neither of these is particularly good or particularly bad.
Okay, I'll go
One.
with 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, I guess this would immediately happen. Roll me another D100.
Oh boy.
Always a good start.
44.
Alright, so you feel yourself, like, flooded with magic. Nothing really immediately happens, but you just kind of feel, like, more magical energy. And then you feel it happen again. Nothing immediately happens, but you do feel magic enter your body again.
I see.
Hmm.
All right.
What do you do after you get this 5 gold from her?
I guess I just go back and see if I can find the other guy.
Sweet.
I want my remaining 10 gold.
Yeah, no, makes sense. So as you're walking down really quick, roll me. Just well actually, what's your AC?
18.
18.
Ooh.
Let me see if this even is an issue. No. You see just like a random like firebolt come flying by you, like it wasn't aiming at you, but you just like obviously like if you look back in the direction, it's like a kid like dressed in like little kid, like little kid, like dressed in like school garb. It's like, sorry, mister, I missed. I wasn't aiming at you. There's like a thing over there. I'm just bad at aiming. My bad.
No problem, kid.
Gives you a thumbs up, turns and runs with some friends, like just making kid sounds and runs away.
Making
Kid
kid
sounds.
sounds.
Making kid sounds.
What does the kid say?
Sorry, mister.
Nah.
Hey, mister. You want to wrestle?
Jeez, mister, you're real strong.
Oh,
There
well.
it is.
There it is. Cool. All right.
I think D&D Beyond broke.
Well, they did tweet out on my phone that they broke, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said there's an issue accessing something. I saw it, but I just dismissed it. So mine seems to be working at the moment, knock on wood.
All right. But yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
Arnil, go ahead and roll me that perception that I was gonna have you roll a second ago, just to make sure you can find him again, because you did wander pretty far up. I mean, unless you want to just figure out a way to get down directly from this 80-foot upper cavern area, you're gonna have to wander back down through the
Do the
various.
Captain America jump.
Just climb down
Terrible
the
on the
wall.
knees.
Perception, you said?
Yeah, perception.
13.
Okay. Remind me what languages Arnil knows.
Common and Thrycreen. And I think that's it. Sylvan.
Perfect. Yeah. You sort of like find yourself walking down a cavern. You notice some lights. You're like, I don't remember seeing lights in this particular part of the hallway. Backtrack a little bit. Notice a sign that says like main area. And it takes you a little bit longer to get down there, but you get down there. It's just you get lost a little bit and notice like some like cool other hallways. Leads to like what you think is like a residential area. But you find it. You found the main area again, and you're looking for the guy.
Heading back
You
to
don't
the dock.
immediately see him at the docks. You don't like immediately see him, but if you spend some time like looking, you eventually do find him. He just had to move because he's working.
Mm.
He's in the area.
You mean he didn't just stay in the same spot statically the whole
No.
time? What the hell? How am I supposed to
Yeah.
get my 10 gold?
Yeah, you have to see 6 other people leaving with the anniversary gift on the same quest.
Jake, what are you doing here?
I just got this random quest to give this guy's girlfriend her anniversary gift.
Polly walks up. Hey, you too?
Oh, I actually just did this. I can just help you guys run it really quick.
Oh, cool! Before part
Is
of
this the same
experience.
circlet and chocolate?
And yeah, Arno gets a notification saying Jake Swallow has invited you to join the party.
And then you find out that you were all given different. They were all given different people and addresses, and it's just a polyfill.
Whew. Yeah, I know. You find him. He'll give you the money. Say thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. I definitely gave it to the right person.
He narrows his eyes at you.
I knew
That's a
exactly
really weird
where
thing
I
to
was
say.
going and who I gave it to. No problems here. Everything is fantastic.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay. I have a minus.
Oh god.
Where's deception on this? -1. My dice just like grinded on 6 other dice and just.
Can I text Arno Bardic Inspiration?
No.
I would love some bardic inspiration for your text message because I just got a 4.
That wouldn't help.
I don't think Bardic would help on a 4. Lucky for you, he rolled bad too because he got a 3. So he just kind of like narrows his eyes at you. It's like, why would you phrase it like that, man? Like someone would think that you're lying or something.
I genuinely don't understand what you're talking about.
I
I'm
believe.
just
you, but that's
telling
just a
you
really
the
weird
facts
way to
as I
phrase
know
it.
them.
Okay. All right, well, I gotta get back to work. It's a busy day. It was great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll recommend your services again. Great job. Awesome. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Arno walks away as he hears the guy that was actually hired to deliver the
Right.
gift show up.
Oh man.
No, man. Your coworker got it. It's okay.
Coworker.
I did an actual spit take when you said he rolled a 3.
That's like one of my favorite moments in any TTRPG when somebody rolls bad but the DM rolls worse somehow.
Yep, commoner stats, my friend. It's.
Hell yeah.
Oh. All right, Jake. Back to you. Anything else you're doing?
All right, Jake's just looking down. He's like, okay, all right. After he delivers the chocolates in the circle to that girl, he hears this boom noise and he instinctively thinks that's college kids and follows the boom noise in the bunny because Jake's from a college town. He would know this. He knows the sound of a party when he hears one.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. roll me. Oh god. Ooh, roll me. I don't even know what I need you to roll me. Just roll me luck and see if you can find. And I feel like you can do this with advantage because you're looking for college kids.
All right, that is a 10 on the first roll, and then a 17 in the second one.
God, I can't breathe. Yeah, it's fucking college kids, man. You follow the smell of shame and regret and partying, and just you come across what is some chaos. It seems like the chaos is happening at, again, because most people are having lunch right now, a very strange time of day, but you know, it's college and college parties aren't going to wait for anyone. So, it's this weird like part of the cavern. You have to kind of go back down into the main area. You might pass Arnil, depending on if you go back towards like docks or not. But you go back up.
Because I had my chocolates in my circle.
You go back up the other side of the caverns. You kind of have to pass through this weird, like, highlighted residential area where the lights hang a little bit lower and they're kind of like brighter for right now since it's the middle of the day. You eventually come across like this other hill. One goes uphill. This one goes uphill, spirals around a little bit, keeps spiraling around a little bit more, and eventually, tucked behind like a rock on the ground, like a very large rock, you can kind of hear the faint sounds of like music, and you're like, yeah, okay, I gotta go there. The rock's not hard to push, it's like a fake rock basically, and like you see a little tunnel, and it's highlighted with like magic, and chaos is coming out of that. And so you crawl through the tunnel, you'll come into like what is happening at like basically the dorm party right now.
And I just casually just slip into the group of people and dance like I've been there the whole time.
Yeah, they're partying. Occasionally, people are throwing fireballs and stuff around, but they're wizards, and so there's like evocation magic happening, and so no one gets hurt. It's all just fun. There's explosions, and it's just normal for them. Just a normal Monday night lunchtime for them.
All right. Question: do I see someone who smells particularly of shame, like they're the person who sells the shame?
Yeah. Roll me investigation.
All right, investigation.
My God.
That is a natural 20.
No. Okay. Yeah, you sure do. All right. Roll me 2d100s real quick.
25 and 59.
Great. I will look this up real quick. Let's look at this table because I don't think you guys use this one that much.
Yeah, the paladin table doesn't get a lot of use, but there's also, I don't have an oath yet, so a lot of those are dead rules.
Yeah. We'll see. You said, what was it, 29 and what?
25 and 59.
25 and 59. Okay. One of those could be good. Let's go check Bard. Just make sure Bard isn't cooler.
Bards usually are cooler.
That one would be bad, so we're not doing that one.
I'm feeling deja vu for one of these numbers at the Bard table. I don't know what.
But is it funny?
That's true.
I'm trying to buy weed to plant on the ship, okay? I don't want just anything to happen and disrupt that.
You're trying to literally plant weed on the ship?
Yes, because I want to get Alexa some psychotropic plants.
You think that someone who is distributing fun at a party is going to have access to plantable seed?
Yeah, because they grow it at home. Yeah.
On their person at a party.
You haven't seen the rest of this plan. Thank you very much.
I'm just checking.
Well, none of these are particularly good. One of these is very bad, so we will not do that one. So I'll go with this one just because it's the most interesting for the moment right now. Pick any level 1 bard spell.
Alright, any level 1 bard spell?
Any level 1 bard spell.
Let's do disguise self.
You cast it with the distant spell Meta Magic.
Alright, the drug dealer is now disguised as a pirate.
Oh, when did I get this hat? Cool. They don't even do anything about an eye patch that suddenly appears. There's like a little like stuffed parrot on their shoulder. It's like very much a caricature. Just like, oh, neat. I like birds. Can birds live down here? They're just kind of dancing and vibing. But yeah, you find them.
And I just dance with them like, Jake Swallow, pleasure to meet you.
Ah, what's up, man? You new to college?
Yeah, I'm what you might call a legacy.
Oh, neat. Nice. I'm God, what's this person's name? Do we have any viewers want to put in a name?
I'm saving my points for another random surge.
What species is this person?
And or
let's
gender,
see.
for that matter.
This is a guy. He, him pronouns. And I will pick a name really quick unless one of our viewers that is viewing in would like to spend channel points and name them. Just giving everyone an opportunity.
Spend your channel points.
Spend our
And
points.
just sit around.
If I had
unless
inspiration for the points, I would be doing it, but I do not have a name in my head yet. Also, I feel
I
like
have
naming an
one.
NPC I'm meeting would not be fun.
I have one. I just want to make sure chat didn't want a name on it. If chat comes in with a name, we'll use it for the next NPC. What's up, man? I'm Serby.
Ah, Serby, nice to meet you. I come from another college in a distant port, Waterdeep. I'm just passing through, and I'm looking for a good time.
Well, yeah, I can definitely help you out there. My cousin goes to a college in Waterdeep. That's awesome.
Do they go to the Blackstaff's College or the Bard College?
I don't remember. I only talk to them like once every 50 years.
Good.
Is this person an elf?
Yes. Yeah, definitely an elf. Seems like a high elf. Get it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
High helps selling damage. Okay.
See, I wonder if you could actually help me out here. So I have this friend. They're a tree ant, and I want to plant something special in their garden because I don't think edibles is the way to go for them.
Like, do they like wanna just kind of have like a mellow time? Do they wanna like be like super energized? Like, what are you looking for?
Definitely mellow. I think she could use just a little bit of a chill pill.
God. Yeah, no, I can help you out. I got some mushrooms that can help.
Perfect. I bet she would love mushrooms.
Yeah, all right. Here's the. Oh, yeah, I can help. I don't have any on me right now, just because like that doesn't really mix with like energy party vibes. But I've got class in like an hour. But I can. You want to meet up after that? After I got class?
Sure.
I'm having a huge party and they have classes in an hour. I love this.
Yeah. Did you never go to parties and then have class like at night or anything? Because I have definitely gone to like parties and then gone to class when I had night classes.
We've established this is like shortly after lunch, so they're having a party at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
The joke's on you. I didn't go to parties.
I didn't either, but there was a time when I was in college. I had an 8 a.m. class, and there's a student who was coming from the apartments, from one of the apartment complexes, and it was raining, and he reached into his backpack and took out a bottle of shampoo.
Nice.
Yep, that's college.
All right,
I've never
Jake-
personally done this, but my sorority that I was in, we were like the straight edge girls, and the unfortunate part of that meant that our brother fraternity was the chaos boys of the engineering part of campus, because it was an engineering sorority and engineering fraternity, but there were like other STEM people within it, and so the fraternity was like doing some wild shit, and so this is literally like based off of something I've heard one of them do.
All right. So Jake very smoothly pulls out a pen and paper, jots down a speaking note number. Here's, just give me a ring when you're done with class.
You got it, dude. Here's my number. Gives you his number, and just kind of pockets it, goes back to dancing.
And then I look for something to occupy myself at the party for the next approximate hour and change. Something that would make Amar proud.
Yeah, I feel like you can easily locate that at a party for college kids.
I'm thinking about there's the Family Guy where Stewie accidentally hits a little kid and he goes, "Let's exchange numbers. I'm a 7. You're a 4."
Oh yeah, I definitely am also just. If anyone that I'm not vibing with gets asked for my speaking stone number, I just give them Arlo's speaking stone number.
Arlo gets prank calls like the rest of the. That's just the campaign one. Is just the consistent Arlo prank calls. Yep. All right. Cool. Amar, let's go back to you real quick.
All right.
How's this adventure going for you?
So, I've been playing around with some other dogs and cats that we've seen.
Okay.
But I've also been taking some time to talk to Reloy and try to get him a little bit more comfortable. So, so what sorts of things make you happy, Mr. Molloy?
Oh gosh. Like, I don't know. I mean, I like bartending. I like learning about bartending. I like the way that alcohol does cool things, and you can like make it change colors depending on what you're adding to it. That's really fun, and I like making people happy. That makes me happy to make other people happy. But I don't know.
Do you have a favorite drink or food?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so favorite drink is, this is so silly. Just, but like, do you mean like alcohol or do you mean like something else?
Whatever you would like to say.
So he basically goes on to describe a tequila sunrise as favorite drink. Just like it, I don't know. Just like sunrises, especially, are just really neat. I like them. They can be kind of cool here just because of the weird shadows that happen. Just because we have two suns on our world. I don't know. It's just that one time of the day where things aren't like too overwhelming and everything's kind of quiet and nothing's really awake yet. And so you sort of hear birds and stuff, but nothing really else is going on, and you just kind of can be in your own little world.
Wonderful.
What about you?
You know, I've been a lot of places, but are you asking my favorite food or drink, or worlds, or what would you like to know?
Oh, all of it?
Well, my favorite drink is anyone that has 2 straws and somebody else with me. It really does not matter what is in the cup. What matters is that our cups are filled. In terms of my favorite food, I would have to say souffle. It's so delicate, and everything has to be perfect, not just in the food, but also in the environment. It has to be nice and calm and peaceful, and everything has to be just right. And that is when you know that you are with a wonderful person.
Wait, so you said a souffle is a person or a situation or a food?
Yes.
Oh.
Because if you are not with the right person in the right situation, the souffle will deflate. And you do not want a deflated souffle.
That people can make a souffle deflate is the funniest idea. It's like, no, get out of my kitchen. You're bringing the vibes down, and the souffle is fucked up. It just sounds like something Polly would say.
But in this case,
she'd say that to get them the hell out of the kitchen, not because it was actually going to affect the souffle.
In this case, Amar's using the deflating of the souffle as a metaphor for the deflating of something else.
Nah.
Oh.
Because, of course, he's always trying to go back to that.
Yep. Oh, I don't think I've ever had a souffle. So maybe if Polly or you know, like, can make it, like, I'd like to try it one day.
We can see. It will take the right situation, though. And I'm not sure that... I'm not sure we can get the right environment on the ship for it. We will have to.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Food.
That's not to say there aren't wonderful things about other places, but the ship seems to be a kind of hectic, frenetic place, and we need to have the people.
That's true. Ooh, it's not really like a food. It's kind of more of a dessert. But they sell it here. It's really neat. Well, they only sell it really during like certain times of the year. So they actually might not be selling it right now. But it's really nice. They have like fruit inside, and it's like this like ricey dough that's around the fruit. Sometimes there's like bean paste in it too. I don't know if you've ever had it before. They're describing mochi. He's like, it's really good. I don't remember what it's called though. But I know where they used to sell it. If you want to come with me and see if we can find it. But I know we have to just also do that other thing, so it's okay. But
Well, we know that we were going to see that lady with her dog later, so we can always finish that job when we want. But first, I would love to have this this wonderful semi-dessert with you. Would you like
awesome.
to go?
Yeah, let's go. And so you guys sort of walk off, and the stand that Reloy eventually finds, you guys get like, goes in the wrong direction a couple of times, sort of leads you away from the food. It's like, wait, no, food's back down here. Just goes back. And there are people, and weirdly enough, there is like a stand that's selling mochi, and so you guys are able to find the mochi stand. There's a few different kinds. There's like savory mochi, and then there's more of the dessert mochi that Roy was describing. There's a kind that has strawberries. There's some that has like red bean paste inside of it. There's some that just has like straight up chocolate inside of it. So you guys are able to find the mochi, and Roy picks out a strawberry one and hands it to you. He's like, it's kind of sticky, so you kind of have to hold it in this like paper stuff they give you. But it's really good.
It looks like it. It looks wonderful. And then I touch the mochi and make it glow. I use light on it and make it glow a little bit. It's starting to get a little dark out, but yeah.
Well, it's always kind of dark. You guys sort of do get the impression that the lights within the cave area are almost magically controlled as far as timing, just because it's inside in a cave. And so the artificial lighting is designed so that people aren't thrown off of their world's time clock.
Okay. So I touch the mochi and make it sort of glow a little bit.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Would it glow inside of you if you ate this?
You know, there's only one way to find out. Yeah. That is casting a spell, though. Do I do the table? Or...
Is light a cantrip?
Yeah. Is it a cantrip? No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Roy will kind of hold it up to you.
Color it as you like. So I'm gonna try to make it like change to make it like go into a rainbow kaleidoscope.
Ooh. Okay. Are you sort of like prodding Reloy to eat it, or because Reloy will otherwise hold it up to you to eat if you were not encouraging?
This was the one that I was already going to eat. So this is one that's already in my own hand. But look at how beautiful it can become.
Oh, that's really cool.
Would you like that to yours?
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I again just like poke it, and it turns into a rainbow kaleidoscope.
Just kind of holds it up like near his eyes. Just, oh, that's so cool. Just like watching it. Kind of like leans a little bit to the side, almost falls over, adjusts himself. Oops.
When he almost falls over, I'm gonna reach out and quickly give him a little bit of a kiss.
He joins the red color of the kaleidoscope again, just but doesn't shy away. Just like, thanks.
You are very welcome. And thank you for sharing this with me. And I sort of clink it like you would a champagne glass and
They bounce it back at you
and down
we'll
it. Yep.
eat it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Okay, we'll jump over to Polly. What's up?
Well, I'm assuming that at some point I've reached more than I'm actually able to carry in terms of foodstuffs. So, about how much time has passed?
Oh, it's been like a couple hours.
Okay. Should I roll like history or insight to try to gauge how accurate the captain's estimate was?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I feel like that's a thing that I'd be like, 18.
Yeah, well, so you're sort of like back at the ship at this point. You started tucking things away in the pantry and hanging stuff up that needs to, and you realize the captain hasn't shown up, and the only person you've really like seen near the ship is at this point is Arnil.
Actually, I kind of wanted to do something once Polly got back to the ship after my thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Polly, as she's going back there, she sees a scrunchie on the captain's quarters door, and hears a lot of noise coming from in there. Sounds like 4 or 5 people from the Bard College are in there with him.
Oh boy.
Polly, jeez, is there a way for Polly to back away and then just head in take a different route to the kitchen and the mess?
Yeah,
Well, okay.
I think that if I remember the map that we were sent of that floor, like the quarters are just down the hall from the galley, so it's more like you can hear from the distance.
Yes, exactly. So as you kind of come up onto that part of the deck, it's like that hallway leads down the captain's door, because that way the hallway is, you can see directly to like the golden gates of the captain's door. There is a very like colorful scrunchie on this golden door, and the pantry and the kitchen, sort of from where the mess hall is, are sort of like behind these swinging doors at like an angle that unfortunately is directly within line of sight of the captain's quarters. But once you're in the kitchen, you can shut the swinging doors so that you can't see.
I can't use thaumaturgy to dampen sound, can I?
Get
I think you could make-
silence.
Ooh, silence could work.
No, I don't.
Thaumaturgy can make different sounds. Just like when you turn up the music louder so you drown out other sounds.
Let's. So Polly's just gonna do the best that she can to put the food away while with this noise going off in the background.
What I will say is, sort of sensing your discomfort, Alexa, sort of like a sunflower sort of pops up, and you sort of get this face as she sort of like wanders almost into the kitchen area. It's like, I can grow more plants if the sounds are uncomfortable for you, and that might help.
Yes, I'd actually greatly appreciate that.
And essentially, like, what she's doing is just creating like a wall of plants, well, like revised wall of thorns, to just like help like block out the hallway and just like dampen some of the sounds.
I love the idea of like plants dampening sound. I'm just picturing like a recording studio with just a bunch of plants.
I'm just
Oh,
imagining
yeah.
like 2 palm trees pop up on either side of Jake's door, and their fronds block the door.
A mix between basically that, yeah. Just like down the hallway, just like a bunch of different various like giant like palm leaves and stuff, and some like thicker like bushes, hedges and stuff. Like hedges, you know, can block out sounds between neighbors, so like that's often why sometimes hedges are used in between people. So it's almost like that.
Oh, I got one. You know how like people do this thing where like they hang beads over doorways? That with vines.
Yeah, that too. So it's just like, does that help?
Very, very much. Thank you.
Of course.
And then, yeah, I'll go ahead and put the foods away, and I guess sort of just wait around until the rest of the crew gets there.
Got it. Alexa does not leave. She just kind of like unnervingly is staring at you as you're doing this. Not necessarily in a creepy way, but just watching.
I don't know what to do with that.
She's trying to pay attention to something that's not Jake, clearly.
Ah, yes. Well, in that case, could I?
I don't leave the ship very often because, I'm connected to it with my life. Tell me about your adventure today.
Well, we got off the ship and it's pretty busy out there, so I caught a whiff of this really interesting food, and I sort of drifted off, and I think I figured out how they make it. We were missing a couple of the ingredients. I picked those up, and maybe trying out some new recipes here soon.
Oh, that's so neat. Can you show me?
Which part?
Yes, any of it. Just very much trying to distract herself because she can sense everything that's happening on this ship. My kind reproduced by budding, so this is sort of an unnecessary adventure. So any of it.
Oh, budding, really?
Yes.
Do you remember any of your kind? We don't actually know anything about you or where you came from.
I believe I have a sibling somewhere. Maybe a nephew or a niece, or... I don't know. My memory is sort of hazy.
Do you
But-
have any idea of how old you might be?
My age is not measured in numbers, rather experience. So I suppose I'm very old. I am without time, I suppose. I guess that would be old or without time, perhaps new. I fall somewhere on a timeline that does not really have a beginning and end.
Polly was like with her until she said that last line, and then she kind of, even though her eyes are fixed, she kind of went cross-eyed. And she, I mean, she can do her best to try to keep talking to the ship, but I think at a certain point, what she'll probably end up doing is something like, she'll use like Druidcraft to like create the little orb that says where, and just like put it in front of the flower, so, like the flower can watch, right, this orb, but she's gonna manifest it as sort of like it's unclear gold, so like it'll have like motion in it, like if you look really closely, and see whether or not that distracts the ship so that she can go back to putting stuff away in the kitchen.
You almost get like some of the leaves in the kitchen area sort of wilt slightly. Like not fully wilt, but like when a plant is either gotten too much water or not enough water, and they start to droop a little bit, like almost as if this emotional state of this being has become like, oh, they don't want to talk to me anymore. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave them alone. But they are a little saddened by it. And so, like Alexa will not continue to bother you as you do this, but a couple of the leaves are a little bit like less perky than they were when you first walked in.
After Polly like puts a couple things away, she's gonna stop. She's noticing the wilting, and then she'll Druidcraft the wilt to kind of be like, I'm sorry, like kind of like a way to like perk it back up slightly.
I love that.
I'm just imagining like that being the equivalent of like if someone's frowning, you physically reaching out 2 fingers and lifting a smile up.
That's a different way of reading it, yes.
I was thinking kind of similarly. I was like, I don't know if she would react well to that, honestly.
It's like you just told the ship it should smile more.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
If that's what the ship interpreted, that's what she got.
she okay. So you notice some of the plants that were helping to block out some of the sound suddenly disappear. Like they don't totally disappear, but some of them do. Some more sound is coming through, and she leaves.
Well,
Looks like she's not. It looks like Jake's not the only one she's mad at now.
Arnil,
Jake,
back to
who
you.
has a psychic connection with
Yes.
the ship, can feel the ship is angry at someone that's not him.
Yes, it's not me this time.
Finally, a win.
Oh.
I feel a balance in the force.
Win for me.
Yeah.
your prayers
Arnil,
have been
let's
answered.
Literally.
Oh boy. I guess I have done. I mean, I didn't have anything to accomplish, but I did something interesting. So I'm just gonna head back to the
Okay.
ship.
You sort of walk back, I think, in the middle of all of this happening. There's like suddenly a big wall of plants, and then like you can kind of see that the plants sort of wilt, and then the plants sort of disappear, but not all of them. And then you can just hear Polly doing whatever Polly's doing,
You can also hear an orgy.
and an
Oh.
orgy.
Okay, well, steering clear of that.
I'm gonna, I guess, just. I'm just gonna head into the kitchen.
Yeah, I was like, damn it, that's my sleeping wall.
Arnil,
Yeah.
Arnil.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember? You remember how yesterday I was telling you to stop humming that song that you were humming all day, and that I told you that I would stop feeding you if you didn't do it?
Yes.
Okay. Can you please hum that right now, as loud as you can, and just don't stop.
Okay.
And he
Yeah.
hums the tune to Hey Arnold.
Cast thaumaturgy.
What is this, intimidation?
Now, I have an important question for Amar. Would Amar and Roloi be in the orgy?
Right now we're still out going for the third.
They're on their mochi date.
They're on their mochi day. Okay, I just want to make sure they weren't
Well-
also on the ship right now.
No, we're on the mochi date and then still waiting to run into the goth girl.
Okay. Just wanted to double check before Arnil kept going with Polly in case there's anything else. Okay. Arnil is back on the ship. Polly is back on the ship. Jake is absolutely on the ship with a few others. So unless anyone would like to do anything else in the meantime, we can jump back to Amar and the interaction with the goth girl and others.
Yeah, Jake's going to continue orgying until until Serby buzzes his speaking stone. So
Okay. Yeah. I think that would happen after the situation with the goth girl. But yeah, she had kind of given you guys the implications. We're gonna skip the whole people. We'll come back to you, Jake. So yes, she had given you this time, like, I'll beat you later. I'll see you later. And they had walked off in that direction. Eventually, from one of the upper chambers, as you guys are eating, you kind of see the, like, dark hair of the girl. And she's sort of, like, leaning over the edge, like, kind of, like, her arms are crossed, and so you can see her back, but she's not, like, looking down. But it looks like you could, like, take the stairway up that way. To go and meet her. Roloi is very much enjoying the mochi, so does not notice this. And this is for Amar.
Hmm?
Oh, You notice the goth girl like leaning back on a balcony,
Oh,
like her
okay,
back is
okay.
to you guys.
Right,
Reloy
right.
does not notice her because he's very much enjoying the mochi. But on one of the upper balconies where you can take it like a stairwell to, you notice her and a couple of the other people that had motioned to her earlier, and like that like sigil like on the back of her cloak that she was wearing.
How many people is she with?
Just a couple others. Like it looks like it's the same group that was with her earlier.
Can I count how many there are?
From where you guys are on the lower floor, you can see like 2 heads, but you're not sure if that's the entire group because there were more in the group earlier.
Do I know how many were in the group earlier? Or
Roll
roughly?
me history. See
Okay.
if you were paying that much attention to the whole group.
Okay. Given that she was doing the dance, would that be at a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it was a nat 20 followed by a 13, so...
Ooh, so close.
Yep.
Womp
Yeah, and that's me talking myself out of that one, but plus 4 is a 17.
Well, okay, so you did catch the people. You don't really remember specific details about the people, but you do remember it was a larger group, and you think there were 6 people in the group total, herself
Okay.
included.
Alright, so I'm going to ask for 6 more pieces of mochi on a little plate.
Okay.
Touch them all, give them the same strobe light effect. And then ask Malloy to follow me as we go up.
Yeah, Roy follows. No issues.
So I go up to the group. Is it clear where there's like a staircase or something to go up there?
Yeah, no, it's like very obvious this part, like this particular staircase that leads up. Like you can see that the staircase goes up, and it would have been the area Arnil and Jake had gone up, but then there's like a direct like right that like hangs up and then goes up like a not like a ladder, but it's like a hill, like a very steep hill, with like a couple of stepping stones in it, and it's just like this like secondary overlook onto the main chamber. So it just like looks like extra seating and stuff.
Okay.
It's like in a student union, you know how sometimes they have like those like severed like mezzanine balconies, and so all the cool kids hang out in the mezzanine area, and they're like, I'm too cool to be on the main floor.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up there with this plate of rainbow glowing mochi.
Go to impress the goth girl and her friends with the rainbow mochi.
Maybe. Hello, as I presenting the play for them. It is wonderful to see you again. I see the fates brought us back together.
She looks at you, again looks you up and down, eyes the mochi, is kind of quizzical about it, because it's glowing and that's not normal, but otherwise has an unchanging face. Sup?
You know, I saw the mochi downstairs. It looked wonderful. It looked like it tasted very good, but I thought that there was something else that could make it a little bit more beautiful. What do you think? Would you like some?
One of her friends, it's like a little bit more bubbly in personality, has some like multicolored hair, like sort of pops her face in front of the entire group's like, huh, that's a really cool idea. Like, I've never thought about doing it that way before. That's awesome. What a great idea. Don't you agree? The other girl, the goth girl, is like, I guess. Shrugs.
Oh, wonderful. It's great to meet you all. I happen to be the navigator of a ship that landed here recently. Would any of you happen to be capable of enchanting a ship?
Yeah, I guess so. What do you need it enchanted with? One of the dudes in the group sort of like butts in.
I don't remember exactly what it is we needed it to do.
We want the sun to stop setting our ship on fire.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
The sun
So
just
that-
stopped setting your ship. Oh, you just have like a new ship. You just need enchanted. Yeah, I mean, college
We
gets hard
are
to do that
not
all the time.
we are not from around here, but it would be very nice to find somebody who could do that for us.
Yeah, I mean, most of the college kids can do that. It's kind of like one like our first courses is just learning how to do that kind of stuff. It's christening a ship and all that for new ones. I'm surprised your ship didn't. Oh, you said you're not from here, so like you're not from the
Right.
world, or
we are not from a nearby area. There's a reason we are on a ship. A ship moves from place to place, but a particular ship is able to travel farther than the normal ship. Let me put it that way. It is a spelljammer ship.
Like a couple people in the group like just kind of look knowingly, including the goth girl, and she's just like, yeah, those are pretty common. Don't know why you're being weird about it, but we're used to those.
Where you seemed like it was strange that somebody would be from so far away that they would not have this already on their ship. I'm trying to explain this is not like a boat that you put on the water.
Oh yeah, no, it sounded initially like it was like a new ship, so we were just kind of shocked that someone would build a ship and forget to put that essential enchantment for our world on the ship, because that's a problem and you have to report that, obviously, if someone's building a ship and not doing it right. So, but that it makes sense if you're not from the world.
Right, we are not from the world.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, any of us can help. We're all capable of doing it. Is it a big ship? Do you need more than one person?
And basically, Amar gets like this big shit-eating grin on his face.
Oh no. Arnil turns to Polly and goes, I sense a disturbance.
Hey, at this point, Amar speaking to him buzzes with a text. Hey, you guys coming back to the ship for the orgy?
You up?
We do like, and then oh, is that actually happening? Would you like to come back with the ship for the orgy?
I don't know, because speaking someone's text.
Oh, I don't know if I want to allow that. I'm gonna say no.
No, it was just funny.
Okay, good. Because yeah, my response would be, did you want to combine orgies?
Be right there.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't. Oh.
Oh boy.
If there are more than one person who would like to come back to the ship, the more the merrier, I suppose. But I will say, I believe only one of them can dance as marvelously as you, and I point to the goth girl.
At this point, her familiar sort of like hops up as you point and like licks your hand again, and starts sniffing around. And unless you are holding the mochi in a way that the dog cannot get it, will actively try to steal the mochi.
Snack.
I already passed it around to them, so
Okay.
the people who wanted it would already have it, and otherwise,
Give the dog a mochi.
Google says dogs should not eat
dramatically
mochi.
tosses it because it's irrelevant now.
so,
I just want the record to show Google says dogs do not feed a dog mochi.
Oh. Don't give the dog a mochi.
A little bit as a snack.
As a treat.
So,
As a treat.
holding it
Would you-
up.
What's a little indigestion amongst friends?
I'm gonna hold it up and say, is it okay? I do not want to give James anything that he should not have.
She is like thinking. The rice part he can have. The strawberry, probably not a good idea. Too much sugar.
Okay. Then I will make sure he does not get, because I do not want him to get sick.
I mean, he's also magic, so you know, not too much to worry about. But you know.
That is
Fair.
fine. I just do not want to. I would never have anybody do anything they were uncomfortable with, and I do not want anybody to be in a situation where they feel uncomfortable or concerned.
That's fair. She is just like, so you need an enchantment on the ship. Do you need it now, or?
Preferably, because I think that most of my crewmates are probably back on the ship. I cannot know for sure.
Okay. Yeah. We can go. I don't have any more classes today.
Well, wonderful. It's wonderful to have you back on the ship, Thane. Thank you. I look over to the girl who had the multicolored hair. Would you like to come as well?
Oh, I mean, if you guys are just down at the docks, I can meet you there later. I have class in like, oh gosh, I'm not supposed to be in class right now. Oh no. All right, bye V. It was nice hanging out with you guys. See you later. Sort of like hugs the goth girl really fast and like runs off. Just goth girl like looks uncomfortable for a second, but lets the girl hug her. Just bristles, and then she pats James on the head. James like bounds away and then comes back, just like happy dog.
Okay. All right, so I go with V and James back to the back to the ship.
Cool. Do you call V by her name?
I would not unless I happen to have overheard it, but no, I'm not going to call her that unless she tells me she's okay with it.
Okay, just curious.
I was just using the term because I wanted to make sure it was clear to you.
No, it's good. I just wanted to verify because, yeah, just want to make sure.
Hopefully it's nice and clean when I'm in character and when I'm not.
No, you're good. I also like double check. Cool. Yeah, so she'll go back to the ship with you. The orgy is still going on, but she does not seem fazed by it because college kid.
Way to go, Arnold. Keep it up.
I'm running out of breath, and I don't think I even need to breathe.
Stop leaning on your elbows.
You guys do know the canonical Alexa can play music, right?
True.
No, it's a living ship.
Right, but I had Alexa play a playlist while I was chilling on the ship by myself. Alexa can canonically play music.
No. Yeah, but V kind of chimes in like as she comes onto the ship and it's like,
Oh.
it's a living ship.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was an above game comment. My bad.
No, you're good.
Your ship can't play music. It's a living ship.
It's a living ship. It can sing, but
Don't be ridiculous.
just robotic singing voice of the playlist that you've given. Just here, sing all of these. Just AI singing. It's like you know those people that will like post the videos of like the little fish things singing. So it's like that, but like leaves every so often, but also in AI voice. There's just like a lot, but
I'm just imagining like the AI voice they use to like read posts on like TikTok being fed song lyrics.
Oh gosh.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
And you and your sweet desire, you took me up higher and higher, baby. It's a living thing. It's a living thing.
Yeah.
It's a living thing. So yeah, everyone's on the ship. There's stuff happening. Stuff.
Things and stuff.
Things and stuff. Things and stuff.
Yes, lots of and stuffing of things.
There it is.
Buh.
Oh.
Hello, welcome to my home.
Is everybody just bringing guests over? Is that what we're doing now? Did we get anything done today?
I bought food.
Did anybody
Probably
other
the
than
most
Polly
productive
get
ship
anything done with it today?
I have gotten at
Well,
least 6 things done. Jake opens his door, yells down the hallway. Also, Mr. Amar, Mr. Roy, would you like to join us?
Are you trying to make it 8?
Well, we have another guest, somebody who can enchant the ship.
It turns out like people who can enchant ships are like super common. Apparently, they teach it in like Magic 101 at all the colleges. Literally everybody in my orgy agreed to help enchant the ship.
Oh, fantastic! How do you feel as they turn into the into the goth girl?
If you don't need me to enchant the ship, I can just leave. I don't need to hang out.
Well, it is wonderful to have you here. You did not have to just enchant the ship. When we danced earlier, you also enchanted me.
She does not seem wavering. Her face is still pretty straight. James has been running around this ship chaotically. He's not by her side, so everyone else is also becoming acquainted with James. Except for in the orgy, because he wouldn't just like run in because the doors are closed. I assume. So like,
Well, I
Polly...
opened the door to shout out, but
Well, yeah, but at this point, like he's like in the kitchen because he smells food. So James the puppy is in there, with Arnil and Polly. And
Polly
so
is doing everything she can to keep the dog out of like the food prep area.
Arnil is terrified of this dog.
What the hell is that? Get it away from me!
everyone
just
knows
like
that
the
a giant
sweetest dog
praying
ever.
mantis
It's like,
man's
oh my God.
greatest fear is a dog.
If you would like to try to enchant the V, you will need to roll me persuasion.
I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration for that because now I am in range.
Okay, well, I'm a +8 to persuade, so that's pretty nice. And that was an 18, so a pretty high. That's a 26.
Would you like to roll the bardic inspiration just for giggles? It's a D8. A D6, sorry.
A D6.
Yes, a D6. I got my bards confused for a second there.
Alright. That's an additional 4.
So a
So,
30.
yeah.
Let's go.
The heavens part.
Yeah, considering a 30 is literally considered to be like god level magic.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just
Thank
deadpan. Just, yeah, okay.
She's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Wonderful. And it certainly seems like James is having a lot of fun here.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Oh, fantastic.
Somebody get the fire extinguisher. I don't know what to do with this thing.
Yeah, James is running around with the lamp in his mouth.
Yes. You guys don't know where he found it, but he found like this stuffed little teddy bear in someone's room, and he's like running around like shaking it vigorously back and forth. It already looks like it's on its last legs, and it's just like stuffing is flying everywhere in the mess hall.
That's Polly's teddy bear. Polly is gonna use speak with animals,
Put that down or
and she's gonna be like, "What are you doing with Teddy?"
Oh, I'm playing.
Can you put him down, please?
Oh, okay. And James will drop Teddy and wag his tail like very vigorously as he like stands there looking at the stuffed animal.
Polly's just gonna reach over very slowly, grab him, and then like kind of try to cradle him under her arm or her wing.
I don't know if you're familiar with this particular look of a dog when they have something that they want, like you have something they want, and they just kind of stare at you, and your gaze follows the object.
Mm-hmm.
But the tail wagging is getting more vigorous as you have picked up the toy.
So I'm gonna tuck the teddy under one arm, and then just like very lightly pat him with the other one. Good boy.
Oh, I like pets.
Alright. Can Jake see all this going on?
You would like to?
I use prestidigitation, which can make a trinket, to make a tennis ball. And I throw the tennis ball for the dog.
Ball! And he runs after it.
I also run after it.
Does Arnil get I think Arnil's probably faster than this dog, and so Arnil can catch the tennis ball first.
Yeah. And then the dog like tries to tackle me. I go, oh god!
Yes.
You see the dog coming, immediately run.
And now Arnil's playing a game of chase with the dog.
New friend, new friend, new friend, new friend, new friend, new friend.
One of us is playing. One of us is not.
Polly just hears James barking and going, new friend, new friend, new friend, new friend. Arnil just hears this vicious barking as he's being chased.
I think we just kind of established that in his last job, Arnil was a mailman. Actually, he was a mailman today. He delivered a package.
That's why he managed to succeed, possibly.
We'll never know. I
Meanwhile,
definitely
I'm-
gave that package to the right person.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to deliver a different kind of package.
5 episodes from now, someone walks up to Arnil and just like, "You never delivered that package you thought you said you were going to."
Eh,
The
that's
goldfish
so pissed.
in Jake's room is just watching the orgy with a horrified 1,000-yard stare.
Well, specifically, it's like watching, and then it turns so its back is facing, so it's just staring at the wall.
So Jake doesn't have a mirror on every wall in this room.
Oh, Jake would have mirrors on every wall. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's watching, and then it turns to try to find the crack in the door, and then it sees me trying to put the moves on.
Oh boy.
God damn it! Can't they get away from the sex?
Okay. Yep. So that's all happening on this ship. That's all happening. What happens next, guys?
It's been a couple hours now. Does Jake get a call from Serby?
Yes.
I direct Serby to the ship for the sake of not moving the action away from the ship.
Okay. So Serby follows your instructions. / follows the sound of an orgy from the ship.
The orgy be heard across the dock.
God.
Well, and the music that is being loudly hummed from Arnil and the barking and the screaming from Arnil and Polly. You guys have a very loud ship right now for various reasons. So Serby has no problems finding this ship.
Alright, so I excuse myself from the orgy, which continues in my absence, and I pay for the mushrooms.
Okay. Yep. They are passed off to you. Serby's like, all right, I got a couple more things to go do. See you later. If I see you, bye.
Yep, see ya. Feel free to stop by later and join the orgy if you want.
No, I'm good. Thanks, though. Bye.
All right. Yeah. And then I say, Alexa, I got these for you, and I hold up these mushrooms for Alexa.
What? Oh, why did? Yeah, so she's kind of confused. You haven't sensed confusion from her before, but she's definitely giving off a sense of confusion. And
Well,
she's
everyone
like,
else in the ship gets to relax and party, and I thought it'd be nice if you had a way you could relax. And my friend that just left said these mushrooms would help you relax.
do you find it a good idea for your ship that you travel on to be relaxed?
I mean, well, we're at port. There's nothing wrong with that.
As long as you do not see us needing to move in however long it will take for me to not be relaxed, then that's fine.
All right, and so I just take a little spot, like the plot of dirt around a base of her roots, and I gently place the mushrooms there.
Yep, that happens.
And then I return to the orgy while the ship gets high on mushrooms.
Great.
So, how pungent are these mushrooms?
In what way are you asking?
Like, what if Jake is walking by the galley?
Well, no,
Like-
I'm on the top deck where the tree is. I planted them on the top deck of the tree.
Never
Like
mind.
where her main system is instead of like one of her subsystems of the ship.
Did you plant them there or just set them down?
I mean, how do you plant a mushroom?
Valid.
Well, technically they spread through spores in their
Spores,
network of like their root network. They just like have like a spore system. It kind of depends on the mushroom actually. So
Right,
sometimes
so-
they just have the spores that spread on the wind. Sometimes they have like a root network. But they generally, once you plant them and once they're there, you can't get rid of them. That's the fun thing. They're always there. They're always in the soil. So you
Well, Jake is not a druid or a gardener. gardening is not one of the things he took at the Bard College. He only has a +1. So he just like, yep, the tree will enjoy this. The tree consented to this, so he planted the mushrooms as best he could.
Okay.
Should I roll a nature check to see how effectively I plant mushrooms?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, that is a 7. I just loosely dropped them on the soil. Like I dug up a little hole. I just kind of plopped them in there, basically like just a little ditch. But it's like she'll osmose through it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, nothing happens immediately, but they're planted. Does Jake mention anything about the mushrooms to anyone else, or does Jake just plant the mushrooms and then bounce?
I mean, it's Alexa's business whether or not everyone knows that she's doing mushrooms. That is between Jake leaves that up to Alexa. Jake then returns to the orgy.
Let's see. She's mad at Polly right now, so she would have no reason to tell Polly. Amar is currently busy. Arnil is currently busy. So she does not tell anyone. Not currently.
Not until she feels like she's out of control.
Just you guys are sailing later. By the way, Jake gave me mushrooms. Did you know mushrooms take several hours to grow and take effect?
What the fuck?
Also, did you know that I'm actually 3 ships as one? I live in past, present, and future, and also
Basically.
none of them. And
Really,
also, look at how big my hand is.
Okay. Yeah, so you have given the ship mushrooms. You are back in the orgy, or are you
Yeah,
wrapping up
I
the
returned to
orgy?
I returned to the orgy. If it's winding down, that's fine. The orgy's been going on for a couple hours. I'm sure we need to hydrate. And actually, it's probably approaching dinner time. Jake's like, Miss Polly, can we get refreshments for everybody?
I told you not to call me on this line while you are occupied.
I'm down the hall from the thing. I walked down there during the on my way back from the orgy.
Okay.
No, I'm passing by the galley on the way there. I'm like, oh right, I should make sure all my guests are fed and hydrated.
Okay, so with Arnil being chased by the dog and the sound of the orgy, Polly's gonna answer, just be like, "Yes, Jake, I can do that. Can I get a head count? I mean, how many people are there, Jake?" Realized my mistake as soon as I said it. I should have remembered from last time.
I have 5 guests.
Okay, 5 guests.
And then it looks like Mr. Amar brought back 1 more guest, so the regular crew plus 6.
Okay. Just hang up.
Hang up on a live conversation because I definitely stopped in the galley in person.
Just shove him out the door. The swinging door, just like, all right, goodbye. You hang up, which implicates that he pushed the door in, so you push the door back out.
I stand by what I said.
I hang up metaphorically.
I would love to hang up on some real life conversations, honestly. Teach me your ways.
So Jake returns to the orgy and starts getting it to wind down with the understanding they were going to stop for dinner.
Okay, yep, that happens. At some point, V face steps out into the mess hall. Doesn't even leave. Is just back to her normal self. Doesn't look like a hair out of place. Totally normal. It just kind of smells like winter. And just appears. Almost like Arnil style fashion, behind Arnil.
Huh? What? Huh?
What's up?
That's my thing. What the hell?
What's your thing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Arnil gets tackled by the dog.
Oh God!
James likes you.
You're. Uh-huh.
Arnold's kind of frozen in terror, but also oh, maybe this isn't that bad.
James, leave him alone. James kind of like whimpers a little bit. Like, okay, goodbye, new friend.
Chasing me for like literally 2 hours.
Yeah.
I
Goes and
took him
sits
on the
next to
tour
me.
of took him on a tour of inside the walls.
There was
Yep.
no escape from this terrible beast.
Yep. The poodle climbed throughout all of the walls. What was like a almost cream-colored poodle is now like covered in like weird soot and moss.
There's like an Arnil shaped hole and a James shaped hole in the wall where they jumped out.
Like Looney
just
Tunes
Looney
style.
Tunes
I tried to take a shortcut. It didn't work.
Yep. So V will also like just wait around for a little bit. Eventually will depart from the ship with James. She will turn to Amar before leaving, be like, "See you around." Looks him up and down, leaves. Which for V is apparently a good thing.
Wonderful. I hope I can see you again before we leave.
Just waves you, like, but like doesn't even look at you. Is like already turned her back, just waves and keeps
Au revoir.
walking.
I like her. I'm not sure about the dog yet.
Yep,
Then I will have to make sure to talk to her before we go and see if she will come back.
Jake, are you near your compass right now?
My compass is on me. We are wrapping up the orgy, so I have got my clothes back on. Some of them are backwards or mismatched.
Great. You have noticed throughout your time down here in the caverns, like as you've been traversing and stuff, it's been kind of pointing in a lot of different directions, like almost as though it's been like following something almost. And at this point, it has settled in a very specific direction. And as it's like, if you look at it, it has settled in a direction that like almost looks like it's going through a wall. That's like almost in between the wall where the caiman and the toads have been coming in and out of, and the like upper area where you had gone earlier to visit the temple. So it's sort of like in an in-between direction of those two.
Interesting. And Jake is eyeing his compass as they eat dinner and is getting ready to dismiss people like, I think we should follow where my compass is pointing.
Why? What's going on?
I don't know. I've been watching the needle spin every day. You know this compass doesn't point north. But once we got here, started pointing here, there, and other there, I want to see what it's pointing at.
Seems fine to me. I don't know. As long as it's not another weird guy with a package to deliver.
There have been so many packages delivered today.
I'm really glad that this what's the word for the writing that is from our mouths does not pick up size. Dialogue, yes. It does not pick up size because we've sighed so much this episode.
The captions.
The captions, yes, the captions.
We need to do that, and also this port does have a pirates guild, and I poked around the college a little bit while I was there, and I think I have an idea of where it is.
Polly coughs. Will you say poked around the college?
No, I did that poking once we got back to the ship.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get it done.
Aye, and we give all the orgy members a little gift bag on their way out so they can remember their experience on the ship. And
Wait, no, you can't just say you give them a
what's
gift
in the
bag.
gift
What is
bag?
in the gift bag? Yes.
like you have like a little bit like a gift bag that you give Bath and Body Works. It's got like a little thing of body wash and like a little body spray. All these little personal care things you use to touch yourself up.
You give them like a hotel, like what you see in a hotel bathroom.
No, but like the one you buy from Bath and Body Works for like $30.
I have a question for you. Who preps these bags for you?
Me.
Jake?
Okay, Jake preps his own gift bags.
Why wouldn't he? He's trained in doing artsy shit from going to art college.
Okay. Oh, please,
So-
please tell me every bag has a muffin.
Yes, it has personal care products. It has a muffin, and and they also have like a flower.
Okay. All right. As you give them the gift bags, they go ahead. Just roll me a D100. Just random D100, not for wild magic, but just roll me a D100.
14.
Great. Yep, they look exhausted. Like college kids are used to partying. This has been a drain on them, but they kind of thank you. They leave. And I need everyone else to also go ahead and roll me a D100.
Uh-oh. I seriously got another 1.
No way.
I got the 1 and the double zeros.
Jeez.
36.
99.
89.
Wait,
I
did you
do
say
not like-
99? Or 89?
99.
99.
I was 89.
That's wild that you guys got like 89 and 99.
Yeah.
Like just
And
like
a-
10 apart.
And a
One.
1. Again, for the second
Yeah,
time
and
today.
a 1.
The odds of that are actually ridiculous.
Okay.
He's on the same set, too.
Cool. Sweet. So you guys give the dockmaster another gold for the day, for the next day, and head off, or do you kind of
Yeah,
go in the direction on your ship? What's the plan?
So it's like at night now. We didn't really spend any resources. So I used a bardic inspiration, and I think there was like 1 spell slot used.
Oh yeah, did I trigger wild magic when I cast?
You didn't.
Okay.
This was a low wild magic episode.
So do we want to journey this without the long rest, or do we want to go in the morning?
Let's just go. Let's do it now.
I've
live.
used 1 spell slot, like that's it. I'd be fine just going.
Yeah, we just Pirate Guild or Compass.
I can flip a coin. You guys don't care.
I didn't realize we had 2 options, I guess, for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing we wanted to do at this port the whole time. Is the reason Jake was going to the mainland was the temple and the Pirate Guild.
I forgot about a pirate.
Yeah, because those guys mentioned the Pirate Guild. They're supposed to teach us how to pirate.
Oh, now I remember. That was literally like an hour ago. My memory doesn't work that.
Okay, so in character is Jake asking this?
Jake's asking what the crew would like to do first. He's giving them an option instead of just barking an order at them.
Well, he seemed pretty concerned about the compass thing. Should we go take care of that? I don't know.
I don't know. I think dealing with the Pirates Guild is probably important too.
Yeah, it's nighttime. They'll be having their own Pirate Guildy party, probably, if they're anything like us. Yeah, let's do that, and then in the morning we will pay another gold at the shipmaster and embark for whatever my compass is pointing at.
You sure they're not gonna like tow us if like it crosses over until tomorrow before we pay them
we
the
should have-
gold?
Well, it should be 24 hours. I look at my little slip from the dockmaster.
Yeah, you're fine until the morning.
I mean, I can pay the gold now if you want. I've got 14 more gold in my name after that.
I got some gold. We'll be okay.
That's
I
right.
also- I also mechanically don't need to sleep, so I can just head over to the docks whenever if we have to.
Oh yeah, that's right.
As long as I don't do anything considered strenuous.
No, just for good measure, I pay the 1 gold to the dockmaster, so we have another day here. We decided we're sleeping the night, so
Cool.
Okay.
I have 14 gold now. Even though Arnil is loaded compared to the rest of us.
Here comes the money.
Arnil, why does it sound like you found that money ominously?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to know what you're talking about.
Actually,
Oh, that makes
Jake
you
looks at
proud.
Arnil, and I will roll an insight check whether or not he could have stolen something valuable and settled for 5 gold. All right, on my insight check, I am rolling.
Against, I
It's
guess,
18.
Arnil's deception.
Yeah,
This is
18.
great. This is great. I love rolling deception. This is my best stat. Where did I? Okay, whatever. Oh, I got an 18. I got a 19
Oh.
minus 1.
That's a tie.
Ooh, okay. You don't entirely believe it, like, you don't entirely believe it was nothing, like, but you have no reason to suspect anything else. Like, there's...
Yeah, I have an interesting thing. I just put my hand on Arnold. So, Mr. Arnold, I've always taught you when you see something of value to take it for the crew, right?
Yeah, and that's why I got all this gold.
Okay, just we're on the same page.
Of course.
Oh. All right, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and call it a session and meet back up at the start of you guys traversing to the Pirates Guild and the Compass. We'll go ahead and everyone can sort of do their little outros. We'll go in reverse order from earlier. So that would be, I think. Oh gosh, I don't remember who ended it first earlier.
I believe it was Polly last.
That sounds right.
Well, hi, I'm Ursa Bearwalker. I have been playing Polly tonight. I don't remember what I'm supposed to say. You can follow me basically everywhere at Ursa Bearwalker. I do stuff, mostly posting nonsense about things. Sometimes edit for Bard Rock Cafe and CMDR Central.
CMDR Central is ending their show soon, right? I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, there's about 2 or 3 more episodes. They'll be ending at 350.
Okay.
Nice. Sweet. Was that Amar next? I think so.
Sure. So I'm Coach Shiro, the Unsummoned Skull. I've been playing Amar. I am not nearly that big of a horn dog in real life. Doesn't mean I'm not at all, though. But that's why I do mostly magic-related things. Actually, it was just part of a charity stream before this, raising money for cancer awareness, or for fighting cancer. But I'm known in most places as either Coach Jero or the Unsummoned Skull. I run the Skull Symbol Discord server. I have a YouTube at bit.ly/Unsummoned Skull. Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Unsummoned Skull. And lots of other things.
Nice. All right, and from there we'll do Arnil.
All right, so I'm Marty. I don't have any really big projects to report on right now. I'm in the middle of my arc on Bard Rock Cafe on their
That's
main
your solitary
campaign.
arc. You're only guessing for one arc.
Yep, that's it. That's all. Nothing crazy happens at the end. Anyway, I'm
Somehow, I think they're lying.
No, everything's fine.
I would like a reception on the audience.
Beyond's got a nat 20.
If you're into music, you can follow my band at Winter Wayfarer. We're on all major streaming platforms and most social medias. New music this year. TM soon, maybe. Anyway, that's all I got.
Amazing. Jake?
Hi, everybody. I am Paul, and I play Jake Swallow, the captain of this motley crew. I am the face behind lots of social media stuff on Bard Rock Cafe. I manage our Twitter account. I manage our Facebook account. I'm our CFO, and I do probably more stuff for this podcast than any reasonable person should, but so do all of us at the show. I'll also use this opportunity to shout out Justin, who's been doing the IT stuff for us behind the scenes. If anyone, Justin also does a lion's share of the work. Thank you so much.
Yes, Justin is incredible, and honestly, like, the stream would not be happening to this capacity without all of the amazing tech work that you were putting in, because I don't understand any of this, so this is just, like, beyond incredible. But thank you so much to all of your work that you put in behind the scenes for that. And hey guys, I'm Xtina. I've been your GM for Space Rock Cafe. Normally, you can find me playing Winterra Dark Knight, or during some episodes as Shard Rosethorn, over on the Agents of Damn podcast, who release every other Friday. We are coming up soon on the end of Campaign 1, and we'll be entering Campaign 2. Details to be disclosed, but we've hinted a couple of things over on our Twitter, so feel free to go check it out. We like to drop lots of secret hints in things that we post. But yeah, we will be ending Campaign 1 here soon at the end of March, so we are very excited for that. Maybe going into April. We'll see how things play out. We're not sure yet. But yeah, you'll find me over there. And just closing everything out, if you enjoyed watching us do some of the wild magic shenanigans we got up to, that was directly from the wild magic chart from DM's Guild that was made by Dave Panfio. Feel free to check it out over there. Get it for yourself. It's got a lot of really cool stuff on it for each class, and it's lots of fun. And BRC is sponsored by Dragon Master Games and Fanroll Dice. Feel free over on Fanroll Dice to use code BardRatCafe and get, I think, 10% off your purchase? Yeah, 10% off your purchase. But thanks so much for watching, guys. We hope to see you the Saturday after this one. Every other Saturday we're here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.